we're doing it live.
Welcome to the GRG podcast, where we talk about the latest in gaming news, hot topics, and more.
Let's go!
With guests Lady Infamous, Delilah HD, 108 Dragons TV, Triple Cup Chuck, Live Wires Gaming, Blood Knuckles, 100, Kaleidoscope, and your host, K Mega 405. The GRG podcast
starts right now.
Hey, you should have heard this motherfucker. He said like,
we live right now before you get started. Let's go.
I hope you got the horn.
I don't have the horn yet, but we will have the horn. Anyway,
you gotta get that timer so I shut the fuck up.
Anyway, yeah, it's time to get to it because we're doing it live. We are here, man. I know it's Sunday. It's not Friday. I had to work until like 9 o'clock, so it is what it is. Turn it down. I hear my voice. You ain't got. I hear my voice. Who's that in the back? That's got to be Lemon. That's always.
That's
Lemon.
not me. It's not me.
Okay, it was one of y'all.
Yo, do your introductions. Come on, let's go.
All right, sucker. Then turn that shit down. Anyway, we here.
Oh snap!
You know what I'm saying? Today is officially what? The Lord's Day. Not only for, you know what I'm saying, our Lord and Savior, but it's also for the Iron Lords and then BGST, and also for the late night GRG when there is no Friday show. We are here, man. It was just too many topics, and we had to get down to it. So we are shrunk down a little bit. We don't have the full crew, but we have enough, so we'll get down to it. What's up, Other Zinc? I don't know about if we're going to discuss Halo or not. I don't really know what we would discuss about Halo other than whatever. What's up, Miss K? But anyway, man, let's get on to the introductions. We're here, and let's get on to the main bum, 108 Dragons TV. What's up with you, bro? What's happening?
Life is good, man. Shout out to my people I was with yesterday. Fried pickles is the shit. Facts. Welcome to the show, people. Welcome to the shit, though.
Pickles. Golly.
Pause for you weirdos out there gonna try to change what I said.
Fried pickles is fried pickles, man. It's not even a real a full pickle that's fried. It's like it slices.
It's wonderful. I'm addicted.
Okay, yeah.
Got my fix.
Nice. All right. Our rookie of the year over here at GRG, man. Young Operations. What's up with you, bro?
What's up, bro? It's been a good week for me just gaming, bro. Apex Legends, bro. I practically took over my life in gaming right now. I've been squeezing on a little bit of Gears, Halo, sometimes involved. But going back to what was the other thing mentioned about Halo, they just dropped not a release date, but they're going to start filming, I believe, in July this year, June, July, for the Halo show on HBO. Or was it AMC? I can't remember. But they're going to start production or filming of the Halo show in July of this year, I believe. So
nice.
That's probably what he was referring to.
Oh yeah. Probably. Yeah, that is true. I know that they were talking about that, and then I know the Bonnie Ross interview. I think we talked about that though. I talked about that a little bit last week. So yeah, no, I there's really nothing to really talk about in the sense of Halo until we find more information out about Halo, except for the Master Chief Collection that will most likely come to PC. And also they might go ahead and bring Reach and add that on, which would be a really good look, and put the enhancements in 4K like they have done with the Master Chief Collection. It would be definitely a good look. What's up with you, Redneck Gamer? What's happening with you, bro? Anyway, and then last but not least, man, the baby bot, the Twitter fingers, that bum as you know as Bloody Knuckles, the gothic one. What's up with you, brother?
What's going on, K Mega? I was like, we still got to work on that, man. I got my Game of Thrones titles coming up. I got so many names at this point. It's not even funny. Got to work on that intro.
Okay, cool. All right. Nice. Nice. Over here messing up. It's just stuck on Lemon's little icon. Whatever. Technical.
no.
Well, so just keep it right there. Who cares? Anyway, let's get on to it. I was over there looking like, man, this is right over there.
Keep it pushing.
Yeah, keep it pushing. Late night, doing it, just anywhere. But all right, let's talk about MK, the MK11, and what we've seen here lately. What is your thoughts about the game? Just right now. I mean, there's been a lot of great games that's already come out. There's some that's already going to be coming, but it seems like Mortal Kombat has that potential to really take a fighting game to the utmost highest level. And could this be actually, from what we've seen, be the best fighting game that we've ever seen or played ever in our history? I'm finna go to start with you, Operations. I don't know if you're really big into fighters or not, but what is your impressions about MK11 so far, what you've seen?
Yeah, I'm not really big into fighters. Of course, I have Dragon Ball Z fighters and Killer Instincts on mine. Mm-hmm. Yeah, fighters. Yeah, I always get that wrong, but yeah. As far as Mortal Kombat, I played a little bit when I was younger, but never played too much, so I never really got into the series that much. But MK11 is looking real clean right now. Because I was looking at one of Vidocs that had the game. They were talking about how they changed the system, how you fight it compared to the previous one. This looks pretty cool. I might even try it this year coming out. But yeah, I'm not the most adept person going in depth about MK that much because I'm not that big a fan of the series. But y'all seem pretty high for the game as well because y'all were gushing over it in the DMs and everything whenever they drop the trailer or anything, or just revealing a new character or even old character.
What happened?
Oh, sorry. I muted myself for a second.
Okay. I was like, what's going on? I heard a dude.
Yeah, this game looks real clean, bro. It looks real polished, bro. I might even pick it up this year coming around, but yeah. I really know what your thoughts are about it, because I know y'all are bigger fans of MK than me. Yeah,
I'm going to hit everybody else up first, and then I'll give my thoughts on it. What about you, Knuckles? What is your impressions about MK? Is this got the potential to be maybe the best fighter that we've ever seen?
I think I would say it definitely has the potential to be the best fighter ever seen. That's because of the fact that you got to think this is Mortal Kombat 11. It's had 11 games. It's reiterated, revamped itself, completely redone everything multiple times. And this is a game that has completely revamped its fighting every single time and built upon what that foundation that they've set. And what they're showing in Mortal Kombat 11 is amazing, because we already saw how they cleaned up and made everything a little bit more casual friendly, but still perfect for veterans when they did the original reboot with MK9. MK10, they added the aspect of having multiple, fighting styles for all the fighters, so everyone has different stances, so you have to learn a little bit more uniqueness to it. Now they're making it to where, hey, now all the cosmetics and way you want to design your characters, like they had introduced in what was the last game that they did that had that? It was Injustice 2, right?
Injustice 2, yeah.
Yeah, Injustice 2, how they had the all of those aspects with being able to customize the look and it having stats on it. Well, now they basically made it, hey, now we can take those, and now all of your abilities are tied to the look, so you can truly customize it. Like each one will still have its individual 3 separate stances or more. But now whenever you change that armor, you can change the look or the skill set you have, so you can fine tune it to be just what you want. I think that's amazing, right? That's something unique.
Hold on for a second. If anybody wants to know, this is 100's gameplay. He told me that he had something special. He has a Forza Horizon car that says PlayStation PS4 sucks.
Wow.
I wish 100 was here to explain himself, but he told me, he says, hey, man, I got this gameplay, man. Just,
what
just
the
hell? Wow. And he has an MLP pony on the back.
Is that a Pinto?
It's a Pinto.
That's a Pinto.
Oh, that's disrespectful.
And he put PS4 sucks on it.
I gotta apologize to my brother while he not here.
Shout out to my boy
not only that, he legit has a pony on the back, and on the top it says 1440p.
Oh my god!
Oh wow!
You know what I'm saying?
Why?
You're gonna have to save this moment in history. This is a classic.
Check it
Bro,
out.
it's a fucking brony.
This is just the
Yeah,
beginning
that's
of
what
the,
I
like
said.
the
It
whole
has a
gameplay
legit My
thing.
Little Pony on the back, bro.
Wow.
Bruh, this is what's hilarious, right? Because the new thing here, what we're doing this is why I wanted to get the gameplay and everything set. Like I have everybody they put whatever they want to, like other than, not like pornographic or crazy stuff like that. But like I can't wait when Livewire really starts showing his stuff, because Livewire will be probably showing some wild stuff of maybe his puppets or whatever the hell he might do. So just get ready. The more that we all get more familiar with what we're doing, it's going to be, everybody's gameplay is going to be completely different, or might not even be gameplay. It could be, the next thing could be Lemon cooking steak and shrimp like he did in his blog. I have no idea what's going to be coming. So anyway,
It's just a car showcase. Going off.
So,
no driving, no nothing. Just
right. Just whatever. So that's what's going to be the new thing here. So with people that's watching, they'll get to see that. But 100 is a fool. This now switched over. I got to start getting to where I can put the watermarks on there here pretty soon. This is Don. Don gave me his gameplay. So anyway, shout out to my boys, man. To them. And 100, you a damn fool for that. But anyway, go ahead, Knuckles. Finish up.
Oh man. Wow.
I don't know if I could talk after that. That's depressing.
That's
It just hurt my feelings. I own a PlayStation. Why it gotta be 1440p? Why it can't be 4K dynamic?
Hey man, my PlayStation ain't 4K dynamic. Got no HDR.
You got HDR?
It got
No,
that
it don't.
Got HDR? Yeah, you do.
No, it
the
don't.
1080p version got HDR.
No, it does not. What
Yes,
are you
it does. It
talking?
has a fake HDR. Yes, it does.
No,
Is that a fake HDR? Oh God, no.
it
Yes,
does
it
not.
does.
We
No, it
ain't
don't.
doing.
No, it
That's
don't. Every
That's
time.
a fuck no, baby.
Exactly. Every time I boot up my PS4, I go straight to the HDR, and that bad boy says no can do. So
Damn,
no
disrespectful.
can do.
Sony out here lying in these games.
I'm not disrespecting. It's just a fact. Now, no, I don't.
No.
have a
I'm saying
problem.
Sony lying out here in these gaming streets.
Right, yeah, every time, and I upgraded to a QLED. So yeah, there's none of that. So let's not do that fake HDR. There's no HDR on the Slim, just not at all. So or the regular.
I mean, if we start doing that, then we got to count bootlegs as the official brand too.
Oh.
You can't be out here rocking US Polo and saying it's the official thing. No, the fuck it ain't. Mm-mm.
No.
Oh, that's look. I'm just trying to finish my point. We over here talking about fake HDR.
I know. Let's not do
Let's
this.
not do
Let's
this.
not do
It's all
this. See, we don't have the
I know,
ladies
it's-
here to reel us in. So
It's 100's fault.
right,
It's all his
yeah,
fault.
100 was being messy. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
What I'm trying to say, man, is that with the fact that they're adding that ability, and the fact that they're still keeping their straightforward fighting system that they introduced with the reboot of MK, and of course that they put in Injustice, I'm really looking forward to it. It's definitely going to be the one of the best fighters. I was like Soul Calibur 6 completely revamped everything that we knew about Soul Calibur, and that was working for it. Tekken 7 made some changes. Not necessarily all of it was good, but it was definitely trying to do something more different and help to improve it. So this is just seeing that natural progression, and I really think that with what they're about to do with MK11, it's going to be something like beyond words. It's going to be just amazing.
Okay, what about you, Lemon?
Let me tell you, man. This is some real stuff here. Johnny Cage recently released Fatality. Might be one of the best fatalities in the history of the goddamn franchise. I don't know if y'all saw it, man, but it comes to a scene where he punches the guy in the mouth, and they go cut. Then he come back, hit the guy. He goes, "Where did you get this stunt guy from? This guy sucks." Then he punches his head off. As it goes to the screen, the guy head hits the screen. His tongue comes out his mouth, and Johnny Cage flips him off. Yo, you talking about interactive? You talking about it's crazy, and it looks like when you think the fatalities can't get more entertaining. That has been the most entertaining fatality I have seen in the Mortal Kombat franchise. I'm stoked. I'm hyped. I'm also hyped that it will be running on Unreal 3, an enhanced version of Unreal 3, which means the online code will be phenomenal. we won't have no problems. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm stoked.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
stoked.
that's a point of emphasis right there too, because I mean, when everybody looks at it, they're already assuming that, oh man, this has got to be Unreal Engine 4, and in all actuality, they're just enhanced Unreal Engine 3 to the next level. Like, it's like there's still juice within that engine. Like, that is insane. That game looks so far ahead of everything else fighter wise that it's just incredible. Like, I'm glad you made that point. For me, like, the Johnny Cage, like, I seen it today. There, he has a taunt, like, when he's backing up and he's like, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you." It's crazy, bro. Like,
it's crazy.
Like those super moves, I forgot what they're called. Like, they're not the fatalities, but they're not the X-rays. They're like this other hybrid type of special move that you can do, to where they like do some kind of crazy graphic cuts or whatever. I forgot what they're called, but like, just all of the things that they're doing, and then the game just moves so fluidly. It looks so good. Everybody knows how much I'm a Fatal Blow. Thank you, Cedric. The one thing to me is that, like, okay, all right.
Pay the bills.
All right, Cedric. Oh, Sir X-Man, what's up with you, bro? He says, like and share, everyone. Let's go. Yes, like and share. Go ahead and spread that out. You know, I was expecting to get the normal amount of people to watch, because it's not Friday, and it's also, we just coming out of the blue with it. We didn't even let people know. I just wanted to make sure that we was going to have some people to talk about it, or I was just going to do this by myself, because I was like, there's just too many hot topics to just let this slide. There's just too much stuff to talk about, and then by that time it'd be old to talk about it again, on top of whatever else that's going to be coming on for the week. So I was like, let me just go ahead and knock it out. But everybody knows that Tekken is my favorite fighting franchise. It always will be. Nothing to me personally will top it. I'm glad that they've did so many other enhancements to Tekken 7 compared to what it was when it first came out, because I was really upset for paying for the Ultimate Edition, and I bought this game. I got it on everything. I got it on the PC, I got it on PlayStation, I got it on the Xbox. So, you know, and I got another copy because I bought the well, I didn't buy it. My old lady bought me the statue, and the game came in with it. The game is still is not even wrapped. I mean, I'm sorry, it's not even taken out of the wrapper. It's just in there in the box, and it just held for that. That's how much I love Tekken. So I mean, I double, triple, quadrupled it. So it, you know what I'm saying, that's just how I feel. But nothing's touching Mortal Kombat. I mean, that's just it. Mortal Kombat is definitely the serious leader of fighters right now, and everybody should take a page from it. I'm just stoked. I've always been a Mortal Kombat fan, but it's almost to the point now that they've been so innovative with what they've been doing with that and Injustice, that like fighting fans should be very happy right now, because fighting games are definitely back in a big way. We've had some of the best fighters that we've probably ever had come out this generation, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop there. And with Mortal Kombat leading the way, I think that bigger and better things to come. So kudos to Ed Boon and the team, man, for just bringing this series and taking it to a whole nother level, man. That's just how I feel about it. I do, definitely. So anybody else want to say anything about it, or we want to just move on?
I want to say one thing. Let's not forget the immortal 12 million soul Killer Instinct. 12 million soul.
Damn.
Wait, what? Say again?
For 7?
12 million sold Killer Instinct. And that's 12 million.
Mm-hmm.
12 million.
For this January. This one sold 12 million. It sold 12 million.
Yes.
Now, Lemon, you got to make sure that you up to point, because
you already know I'm up to point.
Hey, man,
challenge.
There's number hounds that's out there that's coming after you, man. They
gonna talk about some shit when the game first come out 2 weeks. No, hey. Lemon said Lemon be lying,
bro. That whole situation last summer when we were talking about the whole numbers thing about between Xbox and PlayStation and all that, and then the stuff that we seen behind the scenes, and we ain't gonna elaborate who showed us that stuff, but we seen it with our own eyes that you know what was going on, and sure enough, I got hit up about it. and it was like, yo, man, you gonna stick by your man 108 Dragons. Then when Sony is outsold Microsoft and Nintendo combined with PSN, and then I'm like, bro, this you still dwelling on that? Are you serious? And then here comes a couple other people that was mentioning it and whatever, and so they said the report just came in today. We were talking about that months ago. Like, I don't even think that's the same report. Like, I thought that was like 2017, whatever. You're bringing up stuff right now. But regardless, it doesn't matter. But yes, make sure that you get your stuff up to par, because there are people that
they need to have their stuff up to par with their underwhelming YouTube channels. Facts.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So, anyway, so yeah, we know the Killer Instinct did do well. And speaking of Killer Instinct, there was something that was pretty cool that happened. There was I follow their Killer Instinct Insider or whatever on Twitter, and they announced that they were bringing a new Killer Instinct Central. They were going to update. They were going to update their little blog thing or whatever. And so I was like, whoa, hold on. You don't update anything if you still got the same game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, something is amiss. I mean, something is up. And so what I'm looking at it as is that we're about to find out that there's going to be another Killer Instinct coming. I mean, what would be the reason why you do that? So,
and with E3 right around the corner, it wouldn't be too far out of the way.
They did say we're going to release the first season. If this game is not successful, we will not be doing anything else with this game. Not only did it get that 4K update, it had 2 more seasons after that with multiple characters, revamps, new moves, new added fatality type moves,
the level combos, and
level finishers. Yeah, they only do that when something's successful. They keep adding that DLC.
That's right.
Facts.
Well, there hasn't been
haven't done anything with it since the definitive edition launched. What about
2 years ago? Yeah, it's been about 2 years, and so.
Well, y'all remember when there were people trying to say the game had died off because they haven't seen like an update patch or like a balance patch?
Yeah, like that's stupid.
Like, if the game's at where it should be, what's the point of having a balance patch then?
Right. You're right.
Well, just push out their ass just to get at it. But go ahead, buddy.
And here's the other thing, right? Is that game is still one of the biggest competitive games at EVO. Like,
exactly.
EVO changes their fighting games almost every year because a new fighting game comes out, but Killer Instinct has repeatedly been at EVO every single year.
It's awesome
because of the fact that it works well for the hyper competitive scene and yet still easily accessible for those who want to try it. You know, look at how many times they had to switch what versions of Street Fighter they're going to have. You know, Tekken 7 has been consistent since Tekken 7 launched, but before, even when Tekken 7 came out, they were still using Tekken 6 and Tekken Tag 2.
Facts.
Now, they just recently got rid of all of the Smash Brothers. The only one that they're focusing on now is Ultimate.
They got rid of all of them. That's right.
Exactly.
Wait, they dropped Melee?
Yeah.
Melee done. Melee's done for Ultimate.
Yeah,
I never thought they would do that.
Yeah, I never thought they would do that either. But, you know, when something is big and it sells, this is what they do.
It's about time though. They've hold on to that game for over a decade, more than that anyway.
They really have, and that's why I'm saying that with what Killer Instinct has done is that Iron Galaxy did a great job. They knocked it out of the park,
and plus they took a break to make that garbage game.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They'll be back.
Yeah, I was like, guys, y'all did great when y'all first came out with Dive Kick, and then y'all got a knockout of the park working with Microsoft directly on this. And then you'll go out and do what's it called, Extinction? No,
yeah.
Go, come back. Do the right thing. Do the right thing.
Sir X-Man said next Saturday we need to get into Battlefield 5 story mode after next podcast. Sorry, Sir X-Man. I know that you probably did not think about this, but there is a big Juggernaut game that's going to be available next Friday. And I think that pretty much all of us is going to be on that.
The
Division. That's what we're going to be
You know what, X-Man? Your boy let me know. I got you. I ain't worried about you.
Maybe Sunday.
He's a flat lever.
Yeah, no. I'll be. We can do it Sunday, but not the weekend. Friday and Saturday night.
We're gonna have to set some rules though. Sir X-Man got to follow what we need him to pick, and not what he think he need to pick. Because you're not a demolitionist.
No, you're not.
You're not a demolitionist.
What's up, Philosopher Doom? Thank you for coming up. He says, resting up, checking out my people, no doubt. Then he also said, Sir X-Man also said, John Madden should do an update pretty much for a roster for a small fee instead of bringing a new full price game every year. You know what? I mean, there's been a lot of people that's been speculating that. But I mean, it could work. But the problem is that if they're working on a new engine or if they're doing something of that nature, then it really comes to how much is the fee going to be, and then how is that going to put any value behind EA Access, things like that. And also they have other games like FIFA and NBA Live and things like that. I would think for way that Live has not really kicked off like maybe they thought that it would.
This bullshit.
that Live have. Stop it.
Shit.
Anyway, the thing of it is that maybe with that they could do an update with Live, but not Madden. I mean, because
Live should be free.
Stop it. No, it shouldn't. Live is a good basketball game. It's not nowhere near.
That game is terrible, son. People slide around the court. You got mad icons on the screen telling you when to release the ball. Nobody hardly misses once you go green.
That matters right now is NBA Playgrounds.
Okay. Anyway. All right.
So,
Mr. X-Man, I disagree with that point. I don't know. What do you guys think before we get on to the next topic?
Yo, listen, seasonal Madden would be good because even they moved to the Frostbite engine for the first time this Madden. What graphically has it really changed from the last Madden?
Nothing, baby.
No, it has done.
It looks a little. Listen, it has better lighting, but it's not. It's not a night.
No. The running game's a lot better.
That's not engine based. That's physics based.
But still, I mean, that still incorporates into the engine it's doing. It just, you know what I'm saying, for the new engine that they've implemented a couple of years back.
You know what? Okay.
I mean, look, I'm just saying, this is the best thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Just if you ain't trying to pick up Madden for $60, just have EA Access and just wait until after the Super Bowl and they'll drop it in there for $10. You know what I'm saying? Or $6, however much. Because I got it for 2 years, so I got it.
Or you wait for the holiday season and drop to $30 like I did.
Right? Like I mean, it's not like
I did 2K too.
And you know what? I might do that with 2K this coming up year. You know what I'm saying?
I'm doing it every year. As long as the online is terrible.
Because I catch myself playing 2K less and less and less, especially for the last 3 years. So I just think it's just probably best for me to hold off. Now I will get Madden because I will play Madden pretty heavy in those first couple of months, but then I drop off and then I'll start playing Madden again, when it gets to football season. But anyway, well, Sir X-Man said, Lemon, you can't even blow up a mortar, dude. Stop. So all right.
You know what? I'll take that $2 and I'll up you $2 and say if we play multiplayer, I'll blow your ass up. Facts.
Oh man, that Lemon in his feelings. All right. Anyway,
that's my guy. That's my guy.
I know. Yeah, Sir X-Man, he's cool as hell, man. Anyway, before we talk about Days Gone, let's talk about Capcom. Right now, Devil May Cry just came out, and I have to say, Devil May Cry is. I have to say it, man. Part of me wants to say no, maybe not, but no, man. Devil May Cry is the best looking hack and slash game ever. I'm putting it up there.
Tomb Raider?
Over Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider is beautiful.
Hang on.
It's in the same category.
He said hack and slash.
But I said hack and slash. Tomb Raider is a different type of. It's not a hack and slash.
That's an action adventure.
Hack and slash. Yeah, hack.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
Action.
It is.
That's
I'm talking about. I'm looking at the camera angles and the levels. That's what I was thinking.
But no, hack and slash. We talking about like with Ninja Gaiden. Games like that. Yeah,
or Nier Automata.
Nier Automata, stuff like that. And looking at that game,
Neo.
Neo. You put it.
Neo
is more of the Dark Souls. Yeah,
Neo is hack and slash, and
it is hack and slash. Yeah, it's
hack and slash.
But it still looks better than Neo. So
it looks better than Neo.
It looks better than Bloodborne. Looks better than.
Hey, look. Hey, it's okay. It's okay because
game with two colors
going to blow out Bloodborne anyways.
Bloodborne.
I can't.
It's got like about 5 colors, but it's still pretty though. I mean, the demon is in darkness. Looks good.
He said it's got gray, darker gray, a slightly darker gray, black and red.
Well, no, and a hint of brown.
And a hint of brown. I was gonna say you got to put the brown in there. So,
Got doo-doo.
But anyway, but that was a launch. That was almost like a launch title. You know what I'm saying? That was early in the PlayStation 4 career, but it was a nice looking game. But DMC is definitely the best looking.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, right off the bat. So anyway, not only with DMC looking like that, now the Resident Evil remake. You got Resident Evil 7. Rumors of Onimusha is coming. Onimusha, whatever.
Onimusha.
Listen, stop it. Let me
Let
be
you be
country.
country.
Let me be country and say how I freaking want to. All right, I did change how I said Forza. So
I
come on.
pronounce the Japanese names for you.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so how you say it again? How you say it?
Onimusha.
Onimusha.
Onimusha. Okay, anyway, whatever. All right.
I'm a mister with that.
Tomato, whatever.
Tomato. People know what the hell I'm talking about. All right, I didn't say I was a school teacher or a scholar, so please do not try to educate me on how to say something that just a damn Japanese game, whatever. But there's rumors of that of those games coming. They're going to revitalize that series. What is you guys' thoughts? And I'll start with you, Operations. What is your thoughts about this new resurgence with Capcom? Because they're saying that they're going to be bringing back these old games, and if they have them look like this, I mean, the sky's the limit for them. Don't you agree?
Yeah, they're definitely going the right track right now as far as, I guess, on a path of redemption. They've been doing recently, of course, Resident Evil 7, Biohazard, Monster Hunter World. After that, Final Fantasy 15.
I forgot about Monster Hunter's World. I don't know how I did that, but yeah.
That game's lit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's real lit. After
that's Square Enix.
Square. Oh, damn. First log up. Oh, well.
Fraud.
I'm thinking Capcom. Okay, I'm thinking. I was thinking the same thing. Oh, well. And of course, now with
no, what's called is Capcom.
No, he said Final Fantasy 15.
He said Final Fantasy 15 is Square Enix.
Crazy.
I didn't want to do that to you live. I'll let Knuckles get you.
I make mistakes, but yeah, Final Fantasy, omit that one from there. And of course, RE2 remake, and now DMC5. They're definitely on path for redemption. Will they fuck it up? No, hopefully not. Like anything possible at this point, but they're definitely going the right track. As far as bringing these older games, you get remaster and remake for modern generation. That'll be definitely dope because most of them I ever had a chance to play myself. It's gonna be cool to actually get broken into the first time with like a remake or remaster, like I did with RE2 because I never played the original one. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I really do hope to keep up this streak. I have a goodwill having the gamers the sky's the limit for them at this point. It'd be much harder for them to actually mess up at this point than beforehand because like I guess they're hitting their stride right now. They're seeing their strengths, they're seeing their weaknesses right now. So they can really go up from here. But that's how I see it.
Yeah, I can agree with that too. Now, I mean, of course, Dead Rising 3 was good.
Dead Rising 3 was underrated. That game was awesome.
It was really good. Yeah, but
that was really good.
It got shitted on because it was an Xbox exclusive, but then Dead Rising 4 It just didn't do it. Even though they brought Frank back, it just didn't do it at all. And matter of fact, it was so bad that it actually shut down that studio. So that's pretty sad. That's unfortunate.
Was that Capcom Vancouver? Or was it a different one?
Yeah, that was
Capcom Vancouver.
Yeah, Capcom Vancouver. And then also, I mean, they did do Street Fighter V, but that launch of Street Fighter V was absolutely gross.
The game was horrible. Street Fighter V is so much better today than it was when it launched.
Hey guys, we gotta stop for a second. We got 2 bills to pay. So first $2 from Six Slayer. For you.
Shout out to 108.
Onimusha.
That's my boy Sicky Slick, baby.
Onimusha.
There you go.
And Power Stones, damn it. Sir X-Men. Woo!
That's exactly what we need. I mean, you know what? And that's the one thing. And you know what? If Capcom was really smart, Capcom is now picking themselves back up. But if Capcom was really smart and wanted to get into that same field as Smash, bring back Power Stone because that's what Smash Brothers is. That's exactly they came out around the same time, and everybody loves. I don't think there's anybody that I've ever talked to that's played Power Stone that didn't like it. Like that game is just so fun.
First of all, the 4-player. With the 4-player team deathmatch with the different items in the level you can be interactive with and fight, that game was flawless. with the interaction with the backgrounds.
Right, and it was
Yo,
co-op,
it was crazy.
co-op with a crazy little single player, and the boss fights were fun as hell. There was some strategy behind it. Plus, on top of that, just the 4-player battle royale style. It was just so good, man. It was beyond its time. I thought. Like, I mean, we played that game so much. It's so beloved. But yeah, no, Power Stone 3 would be great. I think Cedric brought up rival schools. I do think, and there was a rumor that I do think that rival schools will make a comeback for the mere fact because on Street Fighter V on that beach stage, there are, I think, 1 or 2 rival school characters that's there. I can't remember their names, but they are rival school characters. And I think that's kind of like those little Easter eggs to kind of say, hey, you know what?
You know what game really needs to make a comeback? You see, Rival Schools is more like Jump Force. It's an anime-heavy, Japanese-heavy game. It's never really adapted to the States well. What they really need to do is bring back Darkstalkers.
Oh, yeah.
More than anything.
I was talking about that yesterday. Yeah.
Darkstalkers need to make a comeback. You see Samurai Showdown on the 3D realm is making a comeback. Darkstalkers has to make that comeback, man. You got to bring those characters back. I mean, that was a Western and Eastern fan favorite game that they haven't touched on in damn near a decade.
Yeah, it has been, and they have,
And I like Rival Schools. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, but that was like more of a niche crowd playing Rival Schools. But everybody played Street Fighter. Everybody played Darkstalkers from everywhere.
Darkstalkers was that was my jam. I did love that, and I thought it just the characters were just very unique and crazy.
Yeah. In Street Fighter V, they put an outfit from, I forgot, was one of the girls in Darkstalkers. It was the highest purchase outfit. And
y'all play Resurrection? When they put it out on the PSN and XBLA?
Yeah.
Back 360?
I did.
That was done by, y'all know that was done by Iron Galaxy, right?
No, I did not know that. I did not know that.
Iron Galaxy did that.
Wow. Let me pay the bills. Thomas Franks, what's up with you, bro? He said, what's good, King? And he said, me and the wifey here to support, man. Appreciate it. Glad that you got the wife on, man.
Appreciate it, brother.
And like I said, man, it's always great to have the ladies to pay attention and listen to the show and be all about gaming. It's a wonderful thing, man. And the one thing I can say is that I'm going to go back to Mortal Kombat for a second. My old lady, I sent her the Cabal, his reveal, and then I also showed her the story reveal, which that looks amazing in its own right on Mortal Kombat. And so she's like, you know what? That would make that game got me so excited that would make me pick up a controller. Do you not know that got me a little happy? So I was like, what?
Also, real quick, cool, because man. Sir X-Men brought this up, and I don't know if anyone mentioned this, but you know Sakura, the character, she's a Rival Schools character, right? Yeah, she is. Yeah. So, there's just so much potential from Capcom. They have so many gems, man. I mean, like they could actually bring. I know the last Bionic Commando was absolutely ass juice, but it was
That's how you said it.
It was. Matter of fact, I got gameplay. I was playing it, and I was going to put it for gameplay, but the game was so bad. I was
it's bad.
It's in the archives.
I'm mad at me for saying that.
Yeah, it was bad. It's bad. Killer 7. Is Killer 7 a Capcom game? I did not know if it was. I don't think it was.
No, Killer 7 is not. That is a Platinum Games. Killer 7
I was gonna say Killer 7.
All theirs.
Killer 7 is dope. Yeah, that was a great game on the Nintendo. But there's just so many other potential games that Capcom has. Dino Crisis. I mean, look.
Another abandoned series that was people loved.
Right.
Abandoned.
Right. Well, they did have Strider, and they had it. It was pretty much a launch title. It came out because I played it and I beat it. I actually like that Strider. It should be. I think it might be in Game Pass right now.
Strider, I believe it is.
I believe Strider's in Game Pass if you want to check that out. And so but that Strider was actually cool. That boss
I double dipped on that. I bought it on PlayStation.
Very annoying. That final boss was very annoying. But I'm trying to think what the another fighting game that Capcom had that was absolutely fantastic, and I don't think that game will come back. But Star Gladiator would blow my mind, and with today's graphics, and just like wow, like give me some Star Gladiator. I love that game. That was actually kind of like the start of when they were doing that 2D but having 3D graphics with their games, like they did that with the EX, with Street Fighter EX and all that.
I like that was a Street Fighter Tag back.
Yeah. Well, that's coming.
Tag was fun to me.
That's coming, but that's going to be made by Namco. So if anybody's played Tekken 7 and played with Akuma,
Tekken Cross 7.
That's going to be ill because they did Akuma real well. Even when you go back and play Street Fighter Cross Tekken, it's fun, it's cool, and Capcom did a pretty good job. But man, the way that they did Akuma in Tekken 7 is ill.
It's ridiculous.
It's ill. So yeah, I do think there'll be a beautiful
Joe.
I think there'll definitely be another one of those. But Capcom did allude to saying that they were definitely going to bring a title back that nobody will be expected. But
Dino Crisis.
And it could be Dino Crisis. But Sir X-Man in the chat, he said Bloody Roar would be hot. Yes, but
and that was on my mind too.
But Bloody Roar,
that's a Sony title, right?
No, it was. It used to be. Nobody owns it no more.
Oh, nobody owns it. Okay,
Sunsoft is done. They're not even a company anymore. So,
Bloody Roar was my jump off. Used to transform into those monsters and do the finishes.
Bloody Roar.
I beat a whole lot of ass on PlayStation with that game.
Yeah, Bloody Roar became a third-party game because it was on Xbox, it was on Nintendo, it was everywhere. But everybody,
awesome game.
Yeah. So
call out Sir X.
Yeah, but that would be a great game. Philosopher Doom said Spawns in the Demon Hands. I don't think I've ever played that. So I don't know. I have to look. And matter of fact, I need to go and ask operations because I know I've just been rambling.
Up first.
Oh, I did. Okay, what about you, Bloody? Go ahead and let me know. Yeah, go ahead.
So, man, I'm happy about this, right? Because everyone was hating on Capcom in the beginning of the generation and talking about how Capcom is no talented anymore. They don't deserve anything. That they should be one of the companies that just should sell off and just be done with, right? And that sucks because of the fact that Capcom has such a storied history that how much trouble they were having at the beginning of the generation, to see them make the kind of comeback that they have after everything that they've been through over the past decade is a great thing to see, because it shows that they buckled down, they made the changes that were necessary, and really pushed forward in what they were capable of doing. Look at what Monster Hunter World alone showed, right? They decided, hey, let's make this game for next gen consoles, make it multi-plat, and show why this community and why this game franchise has been so loved by the hardcore community that supports it. And it sold so well across every platform that it was on, and it was well deserved. What they did now, bringing back DMC5 and how much love that is getting, that is absolutely wonderful to see. What they did with Resident Evil 7 when they said, you know what, we're going to switch everything up, do a brand new game and a brand new engine we created just for this, and a brand new direction like we did with Resident Evil 4, they showed what they were capable of and that they still knew how to live up to what they've established. And then, of course, with what they did with RE2 Remake, it showed that, hey, they can remake one of their own things and completely revamp it in the best way and make it for a brand new generation. They have so many classic games that they can do, just like everyone brought up. Darkstalkers for the fighting fans, of course, School Rivals and everything else. Let's see, what else did that y'all brought up?
Dino Crisis.
Yeah, Dino Crisis is one that I love. As a horror fan, Dino Crisis, when that came out around the time of Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 on the PlayStation, on the PSX, on the original PlayStation 1, Dino Crisis was so awesome because of the fact that the only time we saw dinos in any game was like the very first Tomb Raider.
And Turok.
Yeah, and then in Turok, that came in the...
Turok was first.
Yeah. What did Turok?
No,
Turok
was on N64.
It was. Yeah, Turok did come out first. Yeah.
History lessons, facts.
But Dino Crisis was following in the footsteps of Resident Evil, and now with what they've established, what Capcom has shown that their engine, that the RE engine is capable of doing, with what they did with Resident Evil 7, what they did with RE2 remake, and now DMC5 completely done in the RE engine, and it looks phenomenal. It can handle an action adventure hack and slash, right? They still have so many other games that they can bring back. Beautiful Joe is still one of my favorite. I love that side-scrolling aspect, the fact that it takes place within a movie and things like that. Steel Battalion right now has a strong chance to make a comeback. Lost Planet right now is in a good position because we just saw the whole series get back compat on Xbox. Let Lost Planet have a chance to come back again. That was another fun game that wasn't given enough time.
Underrated.
And then if you really want to go back to it too, look at Maximo. For those who liked Ghosts and Goblins, Maximo was a spinoff in the Ghosts and Goblins series. Bring back those. I loved Maximo on the PS2. That was another phenomenal franchise in Ghosts and Goblins. No one remembers Ghosts and Goblins unless you were from that time.
I remember Ghosts and Goblins. Yeah,
but that was
anybody in me and K-Mega era.
And y'all's era, exactly.
That's right.
My era,
but remember,
no one knows.
We started gaming.
Yeah.
So you don't know because you're an infant, not you, and you specifically.
Yeah, but
your age group don't know.
Yeah,
but Ghosts and Goblins raised a whole bunch of us.
Yep.
Just
exactly.
That's like saying Defender and Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah, and then of course, like you brought up, there's the fact that there's supposedly rumors of a new Onimusha, which would be awesome to see. You know, maybe they'll eventually do a sequel to Okami. We recently got that remake about a year ago, for Xbox and PlayStation. That one's great. And here later on this year, like next month, we're seeing that they're bringing over the Ace Attorney games, which were only on Nintendo on the handhelds, that are now coming over to consoles.
Yeah, Phoenix Wright.
Capcom,
as good as those games might be, nobody in the Western is digging those games.
Well, Ace Attorney
it's
was
good
big.
To have the option.
No. Ace Attorney was big in the West on the handhelds, and now that they're going to be on console, I think that they'll have a strong appeal, especially after the anime series recently ran too, because it has another season of its anime coming out, and especially after the live action film. Ace Attorney actually has quite a big draw, despite the fact that it was only on Nintendo handhelds for the longest time. But what I'm saying is that Capcom
Nintendo has the biggest handhelds on the planet.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm saying that those games were only on that aspect, but that's what I'm saying. They had a big community around that. Capcom has been one of the biggest Cinderella stories this generation on a massive turnaround, just like Ubisoft. Ubisoft has completely turned around themselves with how they started off the generation after how some people felt they were going with everything at the end of the last generation.
Okay,
and
so
especially with their games
as
a service stuff.
Let me ask you this. Well, let me ask you guys this then. I will agree with this, that Capcom is on Capcom and Ubisoft is on a resurgence. Who do you think is the publishers that's on the downcline right now, or the decline?
EA and Activision.
EA, Activision, and mixed results, but
decline from what perspective are we referring to? Then?
Like on the downfall from
that's
from like overall great titles coming out, being innovative. EA and
game.
Activision is taking a big, maybe not financially, but their titles are not revolutionary. If you look at Ubisoft, For Honor has taken off. They revamped the whole Rainbow Six series. They rebooted with Origins, with Assassin's Creed,
and then later with Odyssey.
And Odyssey. They're on a resurgence. And let me clean this up. Bloody has praised Capcom, and I'm going to say this: Capcom did that shit to themselves.
Yep. They did hurt themselves.
Hold on, let me finish. They tried to sell Resident Evil 4, 5, 6 every generation. They tried to basically gamble on the same titles they previously had. You're praising them for revamping their company? They had to. They had $137 million in the bank as a company. That's not even one AAA title. You understand? Street Fighter bombed. Onimusha just recently bombed.
Yeah.
That's horrible. Let's not give them so much praise.
Well, I don't know if Onimusha.
Let me finish.
What are you talking about? It bombed. I mean, it was only a $20 game. I mean,
but Nobody bought it. Nobody wants it.
Which game?
It doesn't look good. Onimusha looks like trash.
Oh, Warlords.
Resident Evil 2 remake blowing off the charts. Resident Evil 7 was their biggest comeback. And I'm not knocking Monster Hunter. That was a year and some months later. Resident Evil 7 brought back the horror generation. Right? It brought back that Capcom feel. They put it in VR on PlayStation, which is the VR version is the best version on any platform.
Well, I ain't gonna ever play it. That game is goddamn terrifying.
I would.
No. But I'm saying I have it on VR on PlayStation, right? And I'm telling you, I didn't buy PlayStation VR until I played it in VR on PlayStation. And yes, it's on PC, on Oculus and Vive, a higher what's the name? But I'm not investing in those platforms, so I bought it on. It is still the best PlayStation VR game to date. I got Beat Saber, awesome game, but we talking about a story-based game. Crazy interaction and environment. The game looks incredible. That's the game that turned them around. Then they dropped Monster Hunter World. At the same time, they were still struggling with Street Fighter. Struggling.
Yeah, Street Fighter was a
hold on, let me finish.
No, I'm agreeing with you. Street Fighter was garbage.
A year before Resident Evil, they still was in that we don't know what we doing. Right? Boom. After the Street Fighter, they dropped the Resident Evil. 7 million copies sold within a month and a half. They're back. Then they're working on this Monster Hunter. They showed it at E3. People was like, oh, people's not going to buy that. First of all, console, high definition, HDR, 4K graphics. There's never been a version of Monster Hunter ever done like that. Then they drop it. People flock to it. Both consoles selling crazy, showing you that the Japanese games are wanted on Xbox. The PlayStation gave it big support. 10 million goddamn copies sold. Content out the ass. Game is popping. Right? Boom. They walk into this year. They're working on Street Fighter. They drop Hot Fire content season 2. Sagat and all these people.
Season 3.
Players.
Season 3.
Oh, season 3.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you see them moving forward in a great situation. Okay? Devilman Cry on fire. Onimusha dropped before that. It's terrible. But
I ain't gonna say terrible. That's just one of those things because the game didn't have it wasn't remade. It
wasn't. But
hold on. This is where I gotta disagree with you because you're saying that it was horrible. It's introducing that franchise to an audience that has not ever played it.
I'm not knocking that part.
Yeah, just like Shenmue, just like the Shenmue 1 and 2.
You got the original Xbox backwards compatibility, OG Xbox, right? Take a game like Jade Empire. It got a Xbox One X enhancement. That shit destroys Onimusha. When I saw Onimusha, and I'm a huge fan, I said, I'm not buying that. I don't care if it's $5. That looks horrible. And I'm not knocking Capcom. I'm just saying where they're going from, the hiccups, but the success that they have. Onimusha means nothing. That's a small picture. What I'm saying is Resident Evil 2 Remake is just ridiculous. You can't even, that's not even the same game. Let's just keep it real here. That's a brand new game, extra content with some old elements. You know what I'm saying?
It completely rewrote the story.
Yes, it is going in the right direction. And I'm a Capcom dude. I'm so happy to see them not selling off their assets, being the company that they was. But
they did have their mess ups. They definitely
had their mess ups. And I'm not saying, I'm not knocking them, but let's not just say that everything's been bells and whistles because it haven't. Resident Evil started it. Street Fighter was terrible in the beginning. That was their biggest title this generation. Street Fighter, trash. 1.6 million sold after a year and some change. They didn't even want to put it in Evo. They had to put it in Evo because Street Fighter cannot miss an Evo.
Don't forget to mention Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
We're not going to talk about that because that hurt my feelings.
Okay, but hold on. Before you start talking about that as well, is that there's been some leaks that they're going to do it again. They're going to bring it. They're going to give it enough time and space for Marvel, you know what I'm saying, Marvel versus Capcom Infinite to be erased out of everybody's mind. And
hey, I don't agree. I don't disagree.
And they're coming with another one. That's
I went back. I went
so
back to Ultimate.
and
I hope they
went-
do.
yo,
because
I went
MVC
back to
has
Ultimate,
always
man.
well, hold on, but
Marvel vs. Capcom has always been one of their biggest fighting crossovers. Before,
Yeah.
Right.
hang on, it was one of their biggest crossover fighters because of the fact that they were no longer doing Capcom versus SNK because SNK
Right.
hasn't been doing much for a long time. Yes, they're still making brand new King of Fighters, but SNK has not been putting out what they used to. So
Not even
Capcom versus
close.
SNK was no longer happening. So MVC was their biggest thing. And Infinite had some of the best character models. I liked that. That was more the Japanese
character
anime
models,
style.
or you mean just character gameplay?
No,
Both.
the style, the looks of it, the way that it
The
played,
look
and the
was what
character models.
killed it. It was horrible looking.
I liked it. It was more.
Hold on,
It
hold
was
on.
more.
The
of an
last one that
anime
came
style.
out.
The last one that
Terrible.
came out,
The characters look retarded.
the characters look terrible.
They look terrible.
Terrible.
There's
The
no ifs, ands, and
gameplay
buts,
was
bloody.
fantastic.
Listen, man. I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. I don't double dip, right? I was watching the PlayStation Experience. They announced Marvel Capcom 3 Ultimate remake with the announcement of Infinite, right? Boom. I bought that on my PlayStation. Ran like trash online. I was upset. But the game, why does that game that's so old look better than the new iteration of the game? Graphically.
I'm not talking about graphics. I'm talking about the character models themselves.
The models too.
The
I'm talking
character
about the
models look
overall
bad.
picture.
Yeah,
It's horrible.
It was
that
bad.
game, I bought that
maybe
game.
maybe
I
Knuckles is
and
explaining
erased
saying
it.
something else other than like the. I mean, because if you're talking, Captain America looked like a weirdo,
And so did what's her name? Thor looked like a chick with a wig on. Come on.
Chung
It was
Li
terrible.
looked
Hulk was horrible.
Chung Li looked bad.
It
what I'm
was
saying?
bad.
Yeah, the character models looked atrocious. And the story was absolutely
terrible.
Oh my god!
This is what I'm trying to point out.
Corny out. It just made no sense.
This is what I'm trying
The
to point
reason
out.
y'all may find the character models in that one
It
more
ain't y'all.
awkward is because of,
It
it's
ain't
because
y'all.
of
It
the
is.
fact that they were more based on the anime Bishojo style of
Why you
characters.
keep thinking we don't know about anime? I know about
No,
anime.
because
homeboy.
you specifically don't understand the Bishojo style is what I'm saying.
Well, the Bajojo, how do you
Bishojo.
do
Didn't
it
work.
didn't work, Jack. It didn't
But listen to what I'm
work.
saying. This is my point. Not to crap on Capcom. What I'm saying is, like you pointed out all they good points, I pointed out they good and bad.
yeah, no,
And that's a bad point.
Yeah,
Street Fighter's a bad point.
no, it absolutely is.
Animusha's
I
a
don't deny
bad
that.
point. So they still working out, but you know what? They're going in the proper direction. I'm a
Yeah,
Capcom dude,
yeah.
but like another thing Mega brought up, Dead Rising 4 was garbage.
Yeah.
Facts.
But
Dead Rising 4 was, and you know
okay.
what?
So let's not act like they just completely turned it
but
around.
no, Knuckles,
and everything is all good.
Come on, limit. No, now you're being a little bit too harsh because
I'm not.
You're
It's
going
the
off,
truth.
but you're going off of the games of just from their past compared to their recent games that they've been dropping here since Resident Evil 7. I mean, listen, what games have they dropped after Resident Evil 7 has been a fail?
Animusha, Dead Rising 4. We just named them.
I can't see how you're
Hold
going to
on.
put
You just told me to mention it, right?
Okay, go ahead.
And the new Marvel vs. Capcom. That's 3 games.
Which one came out before Resident Evil 7?
Resident Evil 7 came out first.
Okay, I think it did. Yeah, you did. Okay, so
So what I'm saying is, I'm a Capcom fan. I'm not knocking them because the turnaround is great for me because when they was talking about selling off their assets, I was disgusted. To see them turn it around, what I'm saying is, when Bloody started talking, all he talked about was the good stuff. Let's just keep it. Let's just do the whole picture because they got 3 bombs in there that nobody wants. Let's not forget, Dead Rising 4 happened. Yeah, it happened. It got to $20.
I'm not talking about. I'm not.
No,
I'm
you
not
didn't.
talking
What I'm saying is,
what's
I'm bringing
up,
up my
Xbot
point.
448?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm just bringing up
Dead
my
Rising 4
point
was
because
garbage, and I called that out.
Animusha is a bombshell, and that X-Men Infinite was horrendous. That's all in between 7 and Monster Hunter. Sorry.
Well,
we're not going to just praise them on all the accolades.
But I
and
am.
Onimuch is in there too.
But I
and
am. I think you. I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
No.
Facts,
Because okay, look.
Facts is there. That's not my. That's not my opinion. But, okay. The games I said was horrendous. Was garbage.
Okay, but that's cool. But this is the thing. Where are they at then, Lemon? Are they on the uptick or are they on the down?
They're on the up and up. What I'm saying is, as a Capcom fan, we cannot forget. We have to. I respect where they at. Yo, I don't play Monster Hunter World. I have every Nintendo system. I play PSPs. I don't play it. That was the first Monster Hunter to make me play Monster Hunter and be serious and link up with my friends and go chase monsters. I'm all for Monster Hunter. I'm all for Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 2 off the chain. Listen, I'm a Capcom dude. But what I'm saying is, Bloody pointed out all the good points. I pointed out some of the notches coming up to this point. That's all I did. And I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying what it is. Because I'm a Capcom fan.
Oh my God! Now,
we all want to see Power Stone.
Okay, Xbot, relax. Let's see. Look, the chat is open. You can come right in there because it's in the DMs, and you can hit the link and you can get your voice in. But other than that, no. You get a no. It wasn't meant to be a remake because they want to see. They wanted to test the waters.
It wasn't a remake. It was a remix. It was an HD remix.
It was just wanting to introduce people to the game that has not ever played it. That's all that is. That's why I don't count that as a. That's just a little $20 title just to get people to just get.
I get that point,
to it. Right,
and I gotta agree with you, K-Man. I agree with you.
Yeah, so that's why.
I just pointed it out. I'm not harping on them.
No, I agree with that point.
Turned around. I just wanted to bring it up. That's all.
Well, no. I agree with that point that you should do the good and the bad. But my question was overall was.
They're on the up and up.
Yeah, we know that Ubisoft and Capcom is on the up and up. And
they turned it around,
right? And then who's the other two companies? I mean, who's the other companies that you think that's on the downtick? And
I think it's EA and Activision.
Okay,
but Bethesda's also kind of gone back.
All right, this is what I'm gonna say. Hold on. This is what I'm gonna say. Anthem, we enjoy Anthem, right? We enjoyed the Star Wars Battlefront 2, but let's just be serious. Those games have been destroyed. Okay, they have been destroyed. Look what happened with Destiny with Activision, and after really Activision with Destiny, what other big game they got that's popping?
All they got is that Call of Duty.
Right.
Oh no, they got. I mean, they're gonna have what's called coming out. Sekiro.
Okay.
Sekiro.
And I'm gonna
remember Sekiro, they're publishing, but that is from software, so
people know that's just publishing, right?
Yeah.
Who's paying for it?
It might be a joint venture.
Who's paying for it?
They're bringing it to the West.
No.
They're not publishing it in Japan.
I don't know.
They're not publishing in Japan. They publish it in the West.
Yeah.
There's a difference. There's a difference.
Okay, but still, the fact of it is Activision.
It does got that Acti logo all over it.
It's got the Activision all over it. So,
I mean, this generation, the two third parties that's really been doing not financially bad, just taking a lot of heat for microtransactions, trying to milk people, has been EA and Activision. That's why I said that.
And I can't put Bethesda in there just because.
But
they only had one bad game that was Fallout 76.
If you let them say it, they got two straight.
Who? What's the other game?
Bethesda made what's the name? Oh no, that's BioWare. My bad.
He's thinking of Mass Effect Andromeda.
You think about Mass Effect?
I cleaned myself up on that.
Yeah. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can pay attention to the real gameplay. K-Mega. Anyway,
here we go.
I mean,
that's why it looked black and white.
Yeah.
That 1080p 60 says otherwise.
Oh no!
Look at that! Look at that! Showing that anime goodness.
You know who's also on the up and up as a publisher? You know who's really also on the up and up as a publisher is THQ Nordic.
You know what? I don't want to talk. You know what? I'm not buying another game from THQ Nordic. Not buying another game until they clean house.
What they're doing, Bloody. They're taking a lot of old franchises and revamp. You know what their biggest mistake was? Taking Darksiders 3, redoing 1 and 2 with the same levels and adding a chick as the sister. That game bombed. They had a $400 edition that you purchased that mine is still in GameStop, and I was with my GameStop manager last night. You know what he said? Lemon, it's still there. It's dropped to 300. I said, when it got dropped to 200, I will buy it because that's $50 a statue. Otherwise, I'm not buying that game with those statues for 300 plus because that game is garbage. I called it. I told you. You kept saying, Lemon, no, it's going to be good. That game is trash. Facts.
I enjoyed it. I got my money's worth.
What
I
you
enjoyed
talking
it.
about?
Japanese special ed kid.
What game
That's
y'all talking about?
Whoa! I will not stand for that
accept
disrespect.
anything.
Nah,
You accept anything
What game
Japanese.
you talking about? What game you talking
No,
about?
Darksiders is
You should change your name
word?
to Bloody Sakura or Jackie Chan
What
or
are you
something.
talking about, Limit? That
You
game
accept-
is not Japanese.
Yeah.
Darksiders.
Darksiders is
Darksiders
not
is
Japanese.
Japanese.
Oh my god!
You a fraud.
Bruh.
Darksiders is
I'm
Japanese.
about to go Ip-Man all over your ass to give you an ass whooping.
Get him, Knuckles.
He said Ip Man.
Get
Whatever.
Get him, Knuckles. That
Yeah,
game is
you about
not,
to get these knuckles, bro. You don't even know what you're talking about
That's
over there.
not a Japanese
Yeah, so
game.
show me.
That's not a Japanese game.
Darksiders has turned into a Japanese game.
No, it's not. Don't
It's always
change that
been a
up.
hack
Don't-
and slash
It's a hack
open
and
world.
slash. Yes. What are you talking about?
It's always been a dungeon.
Who's it
crawler
made
like-
by?
THQ.
It was made by Vigil Games, which is now Gunfire Games.
Yes.
Gunfight. They need to be gunfired for making that game.
Okay,
That game
now the one thing I
sucks.
will say about THQ
You
Nordic.
see this over here? He talking about how he has all this
man.
knowledge, and yet he just proved he don't know
You
nothing.
got to take that L for that one. You better
You know
do
what?
that.
Even if I take an L,
You
that
take
game
the L
still
for that
sucks. I'm a fan. I beat both games at least 3-4 times apiece. 1 and 2. The game is garbage.
And I got all the achievements in the first 2 games on both systems.
It doesn't really matter. The fact doesn't matter if you beat it or not because you don't even know what the hell it is.
Oh,
Whatever,
Get him.
nigga.
Get him.
All right,
Whatever.
the game's fun, but the problem. I don't know if people were aware of the whole THQ Nordic thing. There's been it's not rumor, these are facts, that they've had some really crazy.
Wolfenstein was really good this generation.
Yo, who gameplay is this, K-Mega?
That's mine, man.
Is that Ace Combat? I mean,
Yeah,
No.
wouldn't you like to know?
Afterburner?
But hold on, people don't know. Hold on. This is the biggest.
Is that
secret.
Afterburner?
This is the biggest secret. K-Mega don't play no games, but I show gameplay that people don't know what the hell. This is the second week in a row that I've showed gameplay and people don't know where this game
This
is.
is the same gameplay you
Okay,
showed up.
I asked a question because I don't say you
this
don't
is the
play
same
games
gameplay
because
that
I play
showed,
games with you.
I know, but I'm
Is
just
that
saying.
Afterburner?
I will not say nothing.
I'm supposed to be like your brother. Don't do that. Like, yo, why are you doing that to me? Like, I don't say those things
Look at that!
about
People
you.
saying, "What game is
I don't
that?
think you be
What game
frauding.
is this? This game? No, it's actually a beat 'em up game, and it has this element in here that it's not active burn. I'll remember the game.
That
Hold on.
looks like
Still not Osu.
It looked like a
It's no
redone
Osu.
Afterburner, and I would be like, yo, I need that on my system. I want that Def Jam on my computer. I saw you out there last week.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look right fast.
It's no Osu, baby.
What is the name of this game? I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking for it.
He don't even know. You see,
I
he
do,
fraud.
no. I'm not frauding. I just forgot what the name is. It's a PC game. Let's see.
It is?
Yeah, it's a PC game. Hopefully it'll come to Xbox.
I like that.
Where the hell is it? It's a beat 'em up though. It's kind of like it's a game that's like Streets of Rage, but it has
not
different.
like Darksiders 3.
But it has a different element to it. It adds. It's got that to it. I gotta remember the name. I'll let go. I'll figure it out because I don't want to be tapping on too many damn buttons and then I
No.
shut down.
Yeah. Do what you gotta do.
Hold on.
We'll figure it out.
I'll look at it. Hold on. Go ahead. But operations, you've been really
The only
quiet.
thing he gonna figure out is the L.
What do you think? Who's going to be who's the 2 companies that you think that are on the decline this generation, other than that's coming up right now?
On the client, I really can't say because it's hard to really say because Activision, they've pretty much been in the same spot they've been for a couple of years anyway. Of course, people will hate the game they came out with Call of Duty and whatnot, but the game still do well. The public reception around is still relatively the same. People are gonna love it, people are gonna hate it. People are gonna choose when to attack, people are gonna choose when not to attack. EA, that's a little bit different because financially they're gonna be fine, but we just got word to cancel 2 Star Wars games, I believe, 1 or 2. I can't remember the
2 of
exact
them.
number. 2. Yeah. But Anthem, of course, is getting slated against the public light, except for the gamers who are actually playing because they actually love the game, besides everybody else. So it's really hard to say if Activision or EA are going to decline because it's been relatively the same for them for the most part.
Because they're making money.
Not even that aspect.
That's
like,
why it's hard to say because they're making money.
It's not even that as well. It's just like
Mega.
the perception around it hasn't
Is that
changed.
Ninja Blade?
Yes, this is Ninja Blade.
Hey, that game's dope.
Yeah, it's dope. Keep going.
I was about to say I recognize that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really don't have much of an answer. I really can't put my anyone who's on a decline. Of course,
I'm not going to say they're on decline because of the cash they make, but they're on decline in terms of the quality that they're putting out.
I feel like Activision's quality has been relatively the same for the past.
Yeah, the same. So they haven't improved. They haven't really.
It's stagnation. Then it's not a decline.
Right.
Activision. EA. I mean, from what I hear, Anthem's like from the gamers, Anthem's like a really pretty solid game. So that's like one. They have that one up on them. But like the canceling Star Wars games, that's definitely gonna hurt their image as well. So it's like it's really hard to say who's really on decline outside like smaller devs who are just trying to get by.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm still going through the list of the game. It's right there at the tip of my tongue. It
Don't worry
starts with
about
a
it.
B. No, I'm looking at it right now.
yourself.
I'm looking for it right now. I'm going through my
But
list.
I do want to give a quick shout out for everybody that came through. Yo, Don, I seen your invite the other night. I had to jump on the podcast. I saw you tonight. Shout out to everybody that's came out tonight. It was a pop-up situation. We know this is 9:30 every Friday Eastern Standard Time.
The Takeover. That's the name of the game. It's the Takeover.
The Takeover.
The Takeover.
Oh, I never heard of that.
Yeah,
so
it's a dope ass game.
give everybody a shout out for coming out, man, on this spontaneous podcast, this GRG situation.
Yeah, like I said, there was just too many people. There was too many topics to talk about just to try to make another 3-hour show for GRG next week. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I really don't like doing those long ass podcasts like that. And especially when I start getting on my sipping rant, and then I get on a sip rant, and then
Yeah, we're gonna have to mute your mic next week. You try that. You and Bloody.
Yeah.
Y'all can't be sipping at the same
That
time.
That was bad because my old lady was like, she was like, now listen to you when you first started the podcast, and now listen to it towards the end, and I was like, pants off, dance off, like, oh
yeah,
Lord,
I was
bad. It was bad. But anyway, yeah, the game that was showing the afterburner look stuff was called The Takeover. It's a really cool, fun game. I really do think that game is going to come to the
afterburner. That's from my childhood.
Well, that's just an aspect to it. That's just a little added part to it. It's actually like I said, it's like Streets of Rage. It's you
nice.
Go in and you play, and it's a co-op little game, and it's a beating them up game. So it's really cool. It's really cool. Hopefully they'll do, because Redeemer is one of those games that I played.
Yeah, and you talked
and
about
now
it.
that right, and that's coming to the Xbox.
They don't know nothing about that.
Yeah,
Get your
Redeemer's
child
really
Monk
fun.
Karate movie, John Woo blow a dude head off style game. Get ready. Oh, another game that's on PlayStation right now, man, that everybody need to check out. It's a down 3/4 view game. It's called. If you like damn, what's that old movie that made back in the 80s and made that direct John Woo really popular? What was that movie?
Oh, the Replacement Killers, or not Replacement Killers?
No. He did that too, but it was something bullet. Well, listen, there's a game called a Hong Kong Massacre on PC, on Steam, and PlayStation right now.
Oh yeah, I seen them talk about that last year.
Movie,
yeah,
man. Get involved in that game. Tell you, I hope it comes to Xbox right now. Hardball, there you go. And he made another movie. It's Hardball and another one. He made 2 back to back, but it's like Hardballed on steroids. And I'm telling you, it's called the Hong Kong Massacre.
It was Once a Thief and then Hardboiled.
It's amazing.
I hope this game comes to the consoles too. That's playing right now. It's called Blade of Fury. It just came out on Steam. I think
matter of fact, the next gameplay I show is I'm gonna have the Hong Kong Massacre in there.
That'll be cool.
The game is crazy.
Yeah.
The game is crazy.
Yeah. So,
I need more.
All right, let's get on to the next topic.
Heads crazy.
Let's go on to the next topic, man. Let's talk about. Okay, hold on. I lost my track. Anyway, well let's go ahead and just talk about the big elephant in the room right here, and talk about the PlayStation situation that just happened just the other day, and it caused a whole bunch of just fanboy war BS.
Boy,
God. Okay, so if you lived under a rock, PlayStation announced that they were going to start streaming or have remote play on having their games to be remote played on Android.
No,
I
iOS.
mean, iOS. I
iOS.
was going to say it right.
It was
Yeah.
supposed to
It
be
was-
on Android. How it's not supported though.
It was on Android a while
And something
back.
happened.
And then something happened and they stopped for a while, and then now it's on iOS. But overall, this is just. I'm going to give my thoughts about it, but I want to get your guys' thoughts about it. Well, of course, a lot of people ran away with it, saying that this is that, and then you have other people on the other side that's saying, well, it's just remote play. It's got nothing to do with a bigger picture. All that and this. So I'm going to go to you, Lemon, and get your thoughts about this. Do you think that this is all about nothing, or do you actually think that this is going to be something for a broader picture coming in the future?
Because what I'm going to say, I'm going to finish this shit.
Okay, all right.
No, I'm going to say it.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me tell you something, people. Remote play was on PlayStation 3. Being on a Wi-Fi in your house, because you can't do it with decent connection from anywhere else. They had this on PlayStation 3. This is nothing new. They just added it to PlayStation, and it's like a smoke screen. This is nothing to talk about. When K-Mega brought it up, I said, this is what I'm going to say, because this is old news. Giving a current generation systems a feature from last generation is not a big deal. So for the fanboys out there that's tripping out and think this is the next PlayStation Now or Game Pass on steroids or xCloud or something to challenge what Google doing, this is nothing. Absolutely nothing, because you had the same features on PlayStation 3. People, stop being buffooned by bullshit information. Please step your game up. Do your history. Go do your homework. Be like, what let me talk about? Remote play? What? PlayStation 3? Go type it in. It's the same damn thing. They just added to the PS4. I'm done.
All right. What about you, Operations? Where's your thoughts about this?
I think this is their building blocks for them going to streaming service completely as well. Because like I don't see a reason for them to bring back remote play out of nowhere after the recent events with Sony, pretty much. For it not be them trying to build up to their streaming platform as well. Like for the past 2 years, we had execs leave. They've been shifting them around, moving different positions as well. I think John Kadera is now the head CEO of Sony, right? Mm-hmm. Him as well, and someone else took the helm of a different position as well. And they made it abundantly clear they're shifting towards streaming services as well, engagement numbers as well. They're finally shifting towards this, I guess, not platform, but I guess this directive, because they see the lucrativity of it as well. And on top of that, they've made it known that what was it? They released a little not press. It's like a little viaduct saying they're going to start building towards their streaming infrastructure as well. So like they really laid out all the pieces to the puzzle as they're moving towards this directive as well. So them bringing out remote play, this former update, just out of nowhere, seemingly. I think this is the building blocks for them building towards that.
Operation, I got a question for you.
What's up?
Do PlayStation got a streaming service right now?
No, but they're building it.
No. I asked you a straight question. Listen to what I asked you.
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation have a streaming service right now.
Can we consider PSN a streaming service, right?
PlayStation Now is a streaming service right now.
Yeah.
Remote play has nothing to do with streaming services, because you cannot do this outside the house unless you're on another Wi-Fi, and it's horrible.
No, I understand that.
So look, just
but what about the pings? What about
right? That's what I'm saying. If I'm in my house right now, somebody's on my 65-inch 4K HDR TV, and I want to play my PlayStation, I can go in another room and Wi-Fi it to a tablet. They did that on PlayStation 3. This is not new.
I know it's not new. I'm just saying
this has nothing to do with a streaming service, because they already have PlayStation Now. This is two different situations. Now, what people want to turn it into is something else. That's why I told K-Mega what I was going to say before we came online, because this is not new. One thing don't got nothing to do with the other. This has nothing to do with infrastructure. This has nothing to do with nothing. I can take a Google product in my house and hook it up to Wi-Fi or my NVIDIA Shield Portable, and I could do the same thing. and connect to my Wi-Fi service and control my PlayStation or my Xbox with an NVIDIA Shield. That has nothing to do with streaming services. Nothing. That's what I just wanted to say.
All right.
This time seems
It's old. It's old tech.
Okay,
No, it is
okay,
definitely old tech, but
okay,
the
go
timing seems too coincidental. They could have any time during the generation and bring it.
I mean, but if they're looking at this like we're working on streaming services, this has nothing to do with streaming services. You understand? It's like when you those Google devices, right? When you have a bunch of Google devices around your house and they're just plugged into the wall, the way they all connect to control your lights, control your stove, control the bathroom, toilet to flush, is through Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that shit from another house because you can't connect to your router. This is what they're doing. It's not new. It's not impressive. And what people fail to realize, and this is when you know people don't know tech, I've been watching people respond to this. They're acting like, oh my God, this is new. This is about 8-9 years old. This was on PlayStation 3. This has shit to do with PlayStation now.
Yeah, I remember the commercials back then.
This is not new.
MLB live.
You can control your play. You can play PlayStation games with your PSP.
Yeah.
This is not new. So when people made a big deal about it, I see it on Twitter. I'm like, are y'all retarded? Do y'all forget what just happened 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 9 years ago? This is not new technology. This is a joke. This is a feature they could have just left out because nobody cares. Unless you're fighting over one fucking TV in your house. Excuse me for cursing. There's no reason for this. It ain't PlayStation Now. PlayStation Now is better than this.
All right. Okay, Lemon, you're going to make me just get started, and I'm waiting for you to let other people talk.
All right, I'm sorry.
Okay, all right.
I just got to talk to tech because it kills me to see
me and you are going to have to disagree on this one and we'll talk about it after we get everybody else's thoughts on it. But
all right.
So, but let what you call it talk about it. Finish up operations, and then we'll let Bloody do it.
No, he makes a very valid point.
He makes valid points, but you know what I'm saying. But for him to,
area expertise,
but the thing that I have to disagree with him for, not because of that this aspect of it means nothing. I disagree with. This is a stress test. This is the beginning of something that's going to be coming down the pike here later on. You know what I'm saying? I never said the remote play was the same as that. As what streaming is, but to me it's more like of a stress test because basically, and I think you would agree that this is. See, I said I want to get started. Operation.
No, get started.
No.
Because
the
stress test goes over a network. This shit is over your network in your house.
Right, it's treated like it's like a little mini server. And
exactly.
Okay, so I'm gonna get to your ass later. Okay. All right. Operations, go ahead and finish.
No, I'm pretty much done. I just think it's gonna be a building blocks towards them trying to build up their streaming service for the games.
Okay.
I'm not saying they're the same thing. I knew existed in previous generations, but yeah, I think they could use this to build towards that as well. Because we know how bad PSN is now, and for them to bring out this firmware update for this specific feature around this time, for me, it's a little too coincidental.
Mm-hmm.
It's a goddamn Band-Aid.
Yep.
Go ahead. Give me your thoughts on this.
Well, gotta say, Lemon already stole what I was gonna say. The biggest thing is that people are thinking that it's new. Is that it's been around? Here's the thing. They're all the thing is they're extending it now. Now you could play those now on a cellular network, so they are doing that aspect. So they're allowing it to be played through your cellular network, but that's just going to cause more streaming and more lag. But he brings up a good point about what this all did is that all this is before you were able to go from your TV to play it on your PSP or your PS Vita from the PS3 and take it off the TV and be able to play it portably on the same network. Now they're allowing it to go to an external device, such as your iPhone or Android device, if you're one of the lucky people who actually can get it to work on theirs, but not right now for everyone else. And be able to play it on your cellular network. However, it's completely garbage right now because of the fact that it doesn't work. There's so much lag on it that's not even worthwhile of even using, like at all. Whatsoever.
I got a question to everybody. Who tried to do this? Because I've done it. As soon as they announced it, I tried to.
I've seen some couple of people that once I brought it up, and then they were showing me on Twitter.
Okay, this is what I did.
They were showing it, and it did look really laggy.
I saw y'all put it in GRG podcast. You know I'm the tech dude. I said, "Oh shit, let me try this."
Yeah, because I got an Android.
Horrible.
Yeah, I was like, man.
Oh my god! I said, "Yo,
after that,
some things don't need to be talked about." I tried it.
Yeah, after that,
I want to be the one to be able to know how to do it, tell y'all how to do it, set it up for you. I want to be that person, so I did that. This is terrible. When I connected directly through my router, which my router is $450, Nighthawk X8. Go look it up. I said, "Oh, let me try this." It was a little bit better, but if you leave your house and use your 4G, it is completely unplayable. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
It don't matter. It's a Band-Aid. Oh, we have this, but how does it work? We got PlayStation Now. You can stream in 720p. Okay. Come on. You don't need Band-Aids. They can't Band-Aid their situation with their network. You're going to have to invest money like Google's doing, like Amazon's doing, like Microsoft already did, if you want to compete on the next level. Or Sony's going to have to team up with another internet giant.
Which they're going to do. That's what's going to happen.
AT&T. They have to, because they don't have the infrastructure for what they're trying to build.
Right. I totally agree with that.
And Microsoft is leading the pack, and Microsoft did not start this. NVIDIA started this.
I know this, but this is the thing right here where I disagreed to a fault. Not because of the fact of the remote play. Are you not done yet, Knuckles? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I wasn't.
Go ahead. My point. Yeah,
here's the thing.
Stop.
Here's the thing. Like he brings up a good point that the fact that all of it was something that was already pre-established and everything else that was already done, and everything with what they did during the PS3. However, we're seeing that they're going to have to make a change. While the remote play works now, and this is how they're testing it, it's not going to stay this way. Right now, yes, you still need to have a PlayStation. Yes, you still need to own the game. Yes, you can use an external device through the app. However, they're not going to leave it that way. It's not going to stay that way forever. We know that they have to improve what they're doing with PS Now. Right now, what we're going to see is that they're going to have to test out how to improve PSN. They're going to have to improve the remote play, and then eventually the two are going to become synonymous and work together. That's going to have to be their end goal, because having two separate services like that is going to extremely hurt them in the long run, because of the fact that right now Microsoft is solely working on theirs with xCloud and be able to do that. And we already know that they're already setting the precedence from opening up their XDKs and everything else to be able to set that all up. Right now, what Sony is having to test run is that they're using the remote play, something they've already set up in the past, as their testing ground to get this working. Now, yes, they have a streaming service already with PSN. PS Now is completely garbage, does not need to exist. The remote play is something that was cool at the time, but is essentially garbage, does not need to exist. So now they need to make them both worthwhile to support, and to do that, they need to make them one entity, as well as supportable and useful for their future endeavors, because of the fact that streaming itself is going to be the future. It's what they need to do. Microsoft has already got the ball on it. Google and Apple are already eyeing it. Nintendo knows what's coming up, and they cannot sit there and not have their own form ready to go along with everyone else.
Right. No, I could agree with that. I could agree with that.
Infrastructure. And I'm not saying, just look at the situation. Sony can't even change your PlayStation Network name without discontinuing all your games previous to April 2018. What makes you think they can pull this off by themselves? They bought 3 separate companies to run 3 separate divisions of online that do not connect to each other. They don't work they don't work together. You got somebody that write names, you got somebody that make the paper, you got somebody that print the ink. They got 3 separate divisions. They have to come together or team up with somebody who has the infrastructure to keep it pushing. Microsoft is their own entity. Google has their own. They bring in fiber wire to your house. They have their own infrastructure. AT&T, aka Bell Atlantic, for you dudes that's older than me, y'all know what that is. That's who has the whole country wired up. Verizon is the first biggest company for cell phones and internet because they rent all the lines from AT&T, who used to be Bell Atlantic. AT&T is bigger than them, but they got into the cell phone market second. That's why they considered the second business the biggest. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, if you don't have the infrastructure, you didn't invest the money, you can't do this overnight. You can't do this overnight. You think NVIDIA put out the NVIDIA Shield and said, oh, you can stream games 1080p 60 to all our tablets and devices. You thought that was something they just thought about? Oh, you could do this. No, they invested the money and built an infrastructure. Sony has yet to invest in PSN on that level.
Okay, so let me make this point here. There was somebody that, let me go back to it. It was Red Bull Gaming. He says, but why don't you talk about the other side when Xbox gamers are saying, PlayStation has no more exclusives because of this. Now, this is real simple. It's because of the fanboy rhetoric garbage that has been stated, because Xbox games will be played on any other device here pretty soon. And that, you know what I'm saying, it's that jab back because you're playing it on a different device other than a PlayStation. And
even so, that narrative doesn't still hold strong because with Xbox.
No, it doesn't hold strong. It's really a stupid topic. Matter of fact, hopefully next week I can get a couple of guys on here that believes in that theory about exclusives, and then we could have a discussion about that, of just having just a straight discussion talking about exclusives and what that means. Hopefully, this coming up week on GRG. Well, I still have to see the whole scheduling and all that stuff. But other than that, this is the thing where because this is what I've said. I've said this is the beginning. This is the start of the beginning of a new era for PlayStation. And of course, PlayStation fans didn't like me saying that. It's because of the fact, not because of this whole remote play. I just sit there and say, this is really funny. I was like, this is pure gold. This is pure comedy, right? And because, this whole narrative about these games, that PlayStation is only going to keep themselves isolated to one box, is the thing that, and they'll be comfortable and satisfied with just selling 100 million consoles, and while everybody else is going to be reaching far more users than just people who just buy a console. That thought process is absolutely ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
It's old school thought.
It's old school thought that has no merit in the new era of where gaming is going. And if people think PlayStation is just going to stay in their lane about consoles, you are fooling yourselves. You are completely wrong. That's where I say I disagree with the whole thing, that this doesn't mean that this is a new, that they're not making this by adding this feature out of nowhere. That this isn't like a first step to something to get PlayStation fans acclimated into something bigger that's coming down the line. That's why I disagree with you. That's I don't dispute about the whole remote thing. That's not what that's you're right about that. It's just it's just like a little mini server, but they're testing something. They're testing about what does the fan base think about this, because you don't think that there's people that's out there that listens to the whole fanboy rhetoric that goes on YouTube videos, that's on social media all over the place, that they just want to keep their things just set right there. What happened? All of the narrative that was brought up from fanboys got derailed, because there were so many people that were like, look, I can play my game on my cell phone. Look at this, I'm playing God of War. Oh, look, I'm playing this, I'm playing that. And even though it played like shit, it still made the fan base excited. You see what I'm saying? And I
can take their games anywhere.
Right. And that is right. And that's the thing right there where I'm saying it's the first step. PlayStation is very savvy on getting their fan base to follow suit. And the one thing that I always compliment diehard PlayStation fans is that they will stick together regardless if they were wrong or if they're right. While Xbox fans, they have to challenge every damn thing just because it seems like it just doesn't. Just because they'll listen to some crazy ass YouTuber that says Xbox got no exclusives. Well, I want them to do the same thing as what PlayStation doing. No, you don't. You want them to do what they want to do.
No, the real thing about it is like got these bullshit Xbox are talking about. So just keeping it real, y'all. Give me real Xbox podcast and shut the fuck up.
Right.
We don't know where you're coming from.
Right.
And this is, from my standpoint, this has nothing to do with the Xbox PlayStation war. This is about the tech side for me. You either got the infrastructure or you goddamn don't, and they do not.
But they will.
They will. They're working on it, and they will. Yeah, but what I'm saying, as of right now, they didn't invest. They didn't put the time in. But the people who is contradicting what's going on right now, or who's going against the grain. Oh, your Xbox fans are saying this. This has nothing to do with Xbox. I'm a Sony dude.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me stop you. Look, Taser, Delight, stop sounding like a fool, bruh. Please. Misery loves company. This is why you guys are pulling this type of stuff out your behind, bro. Nobody's angry about. I commend PlayStation to do this.
Facts.
I've never. You can go back to any video that I've ever made, and you've never heard me say one time that if a game goes to if any Xbox game goes to any different device, that I'm done with it. I think that is the dumb. I'm all about innovation, because what innovation does, it progresses the industry. It progresses the games that I want to get to play. It progresses the consoles that I buy. This shit does not matter to me whatsoever. I'm a multi-console buyer. I do not just buy an Xbox and say, that's it. I've always, ever since I made an allowance, I've always had a goddamn multiple consoles. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me.
I'm tired of defending.
Nobody's miserable. I'm like, this is just, this is a podcast. We got to talk about this stuff. I think it's very interesting. But what makes it sad is that there's so many people out there that takes this shit to the that takes it to another level. Like it,
take sides. I don't have
to take sides. I got
every game that came out this month.
Yeah,
PlayStation, Xbox exclusive, PlayStation exclusive. I got all of them. I'm pretty sure I spend way more money on games than you do on 3 consoles.
The only people right now are ones who take.
And you know what? I want PlayStation to succeed. I didn't buy PlayStation 4 Pro. I didn't buy God of War. I didn't buy Horizon Zero Dawn. I didn't buy these AAA titles, Spider-Man, for these games to be unsuccessful, for me to discredit them. Who does that?
I mean, for real.
Money because I'm a gamer. I game on everything. I don't have to pick a system because my pockets ain't right to choose. Oh, I don't play Gears of War because I ain't got the money for Halo next month. I ain't got the money for Uncharted next month. I bought all the games. What I'm saying is, we're talking about tech talk and we're talking about infrastructure. Sony themselves, if you're a Sony fan, you do know if you try to change your gamer tag, anything before 2018 April, your gamer tag and achievements do not cross over. That is not a Lemon statement. That is a goddamn Sony statement, because they don't have the infrastructure. So hold on.
Let me make this other point. Okay. This another person.
They don't hear what they want to hear.
There's another person that says right here, like, okay, he says, in 2013 to 2015, exclusives matter. 2016 now, exclusives are anti-consumer. I've never said that dumb shit ever in my life. You know what I'm saying? And then he said streaming on all devices.
Shout out to Mirror Egg.
You know what's funny about that statement, right? You know what's funny about that statement? No. You know what's funny? Hang on, let me get in on this, right? Here's the reason that statement is so stupid, is that when the generation first started, yes, exclusives mattered because of the fact that they needed to sell hardware. And that was at a time when digital content was not popular nowadays. Streaming was not at the point that it is now. People were not able to get that content on multiple devices as they do now. When you look at the current state of everything, because you have to look in the aspect that things are going to change over time. And in the middle of the generation, there was 3 different changes, okay? First, we were seeing the fact that everyone was switching from physical to digital. We're seeing that everything is now online, as well as we're looking at the future is that everything is now streaming oriented.
Right.
The reason that exclusives don't matter now is because of the fact that exclusives have proven over the generation that they do not make money. That they are hard to support because of the fact that they take
single
so much
player exclusives. Say that.
Hold on. Listen. Let me make this point and go ahead. Then you go back, Knuckles. Okay, it doesn't matter if I said this or not. I'm not an Xbox exec. And listen, I can tell you as many times as
digital is not behind.
Hold on. This is okay. He's talking about what Xbox executives said. Please,
why are we entertaining this clown?
No. Because this is good entertainment
because
for one.
He's hopping out of the circus right now.
This is what did he say? Digital is still behind. Okay, now I can't listen to you no more. Old dude right here said, he knows that I didn't say that, but he says Xbox execs were pushing that. Right, their narrative changed. Let's not forget about when PlayStation said themselves just 2 years ago that who cares about backwards compatibility? Nobody cares about that. Nobody's playing these games. And what is going to happen with the PlayStation 5? They changed their narratives as well. This is just what companies do. If you get that,
everybody's changed.
Everybody changes. I mean, Xbox.
They even said they don't want to show games too early anymore.
Right. Xbox's strategy was trying to be like what they're being right now. It's just that the gaming community wasn't ready for it. So now they're implementing, and hopefully, I said this on BGST tonight, that hopefully that they have the right voice and can get the proper message out, other than what they did in 2013, which was a hot damn mess where nobody didn't understand what the hell was going on. People could take whatever that they said in 2013 and run with it. And then that's what started this whole new era of where you got these shock jocks instead of just being people out there being true gamers. People care more about the damn view than they care about the what's really going on within gaming itself. So I commend this shit, because what's going to happen is it's going to be.
Oh my God. This dude.
Hold on. Let me finish this and then I'll let you say. What's going to happen is that there's going to be two things that's going to happen because of this. One is that there's going to be a lot of black roses being given out to a lot of YouTube channels, because there's going to be a lot of black rose given, because there's going to be a lot of channels shut down, because the whole console war narrative about exclusives and all that shit is finito, curtains, done. And then the next thing is going to happen is that it's not going to be about consoles. It's going to be about infrastructure. And so PlayStation is making sure that they got their ducks in a row so they can have the proper infrastructure. That's why they changed the narrative from console sales and from game sales to user sales, what Xbox did a couple of years before that, when everybody thought Xbox is too afraid to show their numbers. Everything is going this direction because the big dog in the big monster in the room that's coming in to face these big three is some people, is some motherfuckers that has real dollars that can shut shit down. Google, Amazon, and if Verizon gets involved in this, and then Apple is somewhere sniffing around wanting to get a part of that. All of those companies have plenty collateral to make Xbox hurt, make PlayStation hurt, make Nintendo hurt. So if you don't think that they're not paying attention to this, you are a fool. Get that console war bullshit out your mind and start thinking about what's really coming on and what's happening. All right, I'm done with that. Let's go. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. These dudes obviously aren't contributing to any sort of conversation because they're so idiotic, because of the fact that they're talking about digital sales being behind. There have been multiple reports, and one of them alone from 2017 from Statista, a website that is known for doing statistics and gets the raw data from sales, has shown that now in 2017 alone, that digital sales were at about 80%, whereas physical were only sitting at about 21% to 20%. It did a complete flop from where it was in 2009, in almost a decade.
Wouldn't GameStop be more relevant right now, or wouldn't have the financial problems that they have if hard copy sales were doing as well as they were back in 2013? The reason that they get
the money they do is because when they get used copies, that's all money directly to them.
Well, I know.
Fresh, brand new sales.
I know that
is all to the original publisher.
I know, but I'm saying,
you're absolutely right.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Digital
That
sales,
is not for a quarter. Oh my God, you guys are something idiotic. This is year over year.
It doesn't matter. They're over here. Okay, look, now we gave them too much energy. Now, you know what I'm saying? It's entertaining to talk with amongst the people that comes in. They come to chat, but once you just keep going and going and going to make it seem like that it's that your narrative is completely right, it's not. Sorry, it's just you got a whole nother like. I don't understand. Like, if you don't think that PlayStation is not looking at the bigger picture, just like all the rest of these companies, then you're fooling yourselves. The console space is shrinking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got 100 million sold, but how many cell phone gamers are out there? It's 2.1 billion, and it's going to be even higher by 2021.
Look at the engagement of cell phones as well with the games.
Right.
The thing is that
gamers.
console sales aren't going anywhere.
It's over 1 billion PC gamers out there in the world. So you can brag about 100 million users, 100 million consoles being sold, but when you got somebody like Amazon who has Prime and they have over 200-300 million users, and if they want to implement and if they're getting into the gaming space too, and they're like offering a package to where if you're a Prime member, we can give you these games for a low discounted price. If you know what I'm saying, for that, and they get 200 million users that's a part of that, that's going to shit on any console numbers that's being sold. And on the top of that, they're making the person the company that's streaming it is making more money because they ain't got the hardware to worry about. You know what I'm saying? I don't see why you guys don't see that.
It comes down to, with all those mobile gamers and everyone else, right, is that the fact is that player engagement is more investing because of the fact that the more time someone plays on that one game, the more willing they're putting into money. Look at this alone, right? Mm-hmm. Candy Crush, biggest iOS game, free online game on mobile, makes more money than any other game out there right now. Mm-hmm. The only console game, but that's because of the fact that's on console and PC that makes as much money, was Fortnite, because of the fact that they were free and they had microtransactions. They had people who were willing to put the time into them. Player engagement now means more to companies than sales. Sales is still definitely a big part, but if they have continuous engagement, that's why you're seeing games switch over to games as a service, why you're seeing a lot more downloadable content and expansion packs and stuff like that. Look at online games like Elder Scrolls Online. You're seeing things that what we're going to see with things like WoW. WoW has still sustained itself over a decade and is still going strong. You're seeing other games have to constantly switch to that model. We see it with Rainbow Six Siege, with all of what they're doing with For Honor and a lot of those games as a service. That's just the mindset going forward, because that's where the money is. That's where they're going to get that support and that long-term investment, not from initial sales. Initial sales will help to recoup some of that, but the more that they keep someone invested in that game and be able to put stuff in it that's worthwhile, those people are going to make more money. That's why we saw so much coming out of microtransactions from Black Ops and stuff like that for Activision. We saw it come out of Destiny when they first introduced and Overwatch too, with everything from there. That is more enticing than just a game selling well.
All right. Well, I just want to all right, let's just skip that. Let's get to the last point.
You know what?
Let's get to the last point.
I can't help some of these people. I just blocked a couple of y'all in the chats. And yeah, Taser, you done. I'll never see nothing you say again. You're different. When you talk to people and you have a conversation, you should be able to relate. And because you're a fan of something doesn't mean you can't be a fan of it. But when somebody explains something that's outside the box and you can't understand, maybe you need to take a step back and listen so you can learn. Because I'm pretty sure you come to the podcast to learn something.
Yo, Lemon, the worst part about it is, bro, this dude's a fan of Dragon Ball Broly movie that just dropped. That makes it even worse. He's an idiot who's a fan of something we all like as well.
I'm not going to even call you what he called you.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, there's no need to do that. There ain't no need to
No. Hey, if that's what I want to do, he the rookie of the year. What I'm saying is, I'm not going to even go there. I'm just blocking you because it's crazy how you talk logic and tech talk, and you're a fanboy. That's not the answer for everything because you don't hear what you want to hear.
It's inconsistent.
It's very inconsistent.
Facts.
Like, I mean, I hear stuff that I don't agree with all the time. I'll go into the discussion about it and then just move on.
It's called a
You know, so,
discussion.
yeah,
You can't have a
it.
discussion. You in the wrong place, but we enjoy you for tuning in. Facts.
Thank you. Anyway, all right. So EA is backing out of EA is not going to have a conference at E3 this year, and some people say that it's the writing on the wall about to be, E3 is about to be on its last leg, and that that because PlayStation is made this choice, that there's going to be other following suitors, and also is that, you know what I'm saying, I think EA is still going to be there, but they're just not.
Oh no, they're there.
Yeah, they're
there.
They're going to be there, but.
No, they're going to be there. They have the EA Plays.
Right,
they're just not going to be on the show floor. They're not going to have a conference. That's
But
it. They're going to show it all there.
But is this going to be? Is this the beginning of the end of E3 as we know it? And two, is this something to be where does this diminish? What does this year for E3?
Does it hurt E3?
Does it hurt it? Yeah.
No.
Okay, who you want to go first?
I'm gonna let you Bloody go first, and then I'll get to you, Lemon.
All right.
No, it does not, because of the fact that a lot of these companies don't have anything big in the works right now that can absolutely support them needing to be there right now. Now we know, again, EA is still going to be there, but they're not going to be on the show floor. They're not going to have a big press conference because they don't have a lot of stuff to show. But they have some things coming up, probably more about expansions and things like that, and a few other, sports games that are going to be coming out at EA Place. They are having their fan event to still show off their stuff, but they're still going to have a presence. It's just not going to be what it is. And we've seen companies say, hey, we're not going to be there this year. Doesn't mean we're not going to come back. The fact that people are saying, oh, Sony not being there, that's a great thing. They already said they're not going to be there this year because it's irrelevant. Yet they turned around and said, well, just because we're not there this year doesn't mean we couldn't be there, like next year or something. It's like, no, if you're going to stick with something, shut up and stick to it. We saw that when they originally dropped out of CES way back in the 90s, and now they come back and trying to show off the cameras and TVs and everything else under the sun that no one's really buying because of the fact that they're really not worth the money. It's one of those things that E3 is still absolutely as relevant as ever because of the fact that it is used as a hype event for fans for these companies. It's helped to get notice for these games that are coming out, help to get people interested in what's coming up, and help to kind of get the momentum stirring. Remember, when Anthem was showed off in 2017 and again in 2018, everyone was talking about that game nonstop. It had the buzz going around it. Fallout 76 had buzz going around it. Doom has buzz going around it. Every time it showed off at Bethesda, anything Bethesda showed off. Gears 5 was being talked about when it was showed off. Jump Force, big hype when it got showed on the Xbox
I like
stage, and then of course, what Sony showed off. A lot of people were good or bad. We're talking about Last of Us 2 when that was shown off. These conferences are meant to build excitement for these games. If you think that them not being there is a good thing and that this showcase is relevant, you're sadly mistaken. This is the biggest media event for gamers, as well as one of the biggest things that a lot of people look forward to throughout the year to get some of that big hype for what's coming, mainly during the holiday season, as well as what could be coming here in the next few years. If you honestly believe and follow in that mindset, because Sony said, yeah, we're not going, we think it's irrelevant, and you're just like, guys, it's irrelevant, y'all need to stop trying so hard, you shut the hell up, because of the fact that you're just listening to whatever someone else tells you. This is necessarily one of the biggest events for gaming outside of several other things, which is like GDC.
No, it is the biggest.
Yeah, it's the biggest outside of the 5 events throughout the year that are big, but this is the biggest. GDC is developers showing off things and talking and then helping to build a little bit. But then after that, you have Gamescom, which is more of a tech show. And then after that, you have Tokyo Game Show, which is more to support things coming from the Japanese side of things there in Japan. But E3 is the biggest showcase for the worldwide audience.
Facts.
Yes. Go ahead and give a shout out to my man, Verge Brizzle.
Oh, Verge Bizzle. I need to be on GRG, K-Mega.
Yeah, man. Just hit me up. Hit me up in the DM, man. I have no problem with people coming on here.
No, hit me with them questions again, K-Mega. I want to make sure I answer this properly.
Okay. Now, with EA not going to have a conference at E3 this year, does this diminish E3 itself, or does this also give an indication that E3 is about to be on its last leg?
No, baby.
Okay, first of all, it does not diminish E3 with EA not having a press conference, because the press conference is usually a private event held for the media. Am I right? Am I right, fellas?
Yes, absolutely.
It's a special invite, right? So them not having a press conference, and EA's press conference is not like Ubisoft press conference. That shit is garbage. I don't think they should have had a big, damn near 2-hour press conference every E3, because they're showing FIFA and they're talking about FIFA for 45 minutes. Then they'll show Madden. They talk about Madden for 45 minutes. That's damn near 2 hours right there. You know what I'm saying? If they don't have a big title to show, it's nothing to really talk about. But their EA presence in E3 is still there. Now, what's the second question? I want to make sure I get this right.
Does this diminish E3?
No, it does not diminish E3.
Is this basically is the beginning of the end, since now Sony and now EA?
And I'm gonna say something. I had put on my channel, 108 Dragons TV, cheap plug. Anyway, I had put on my channel, and a dude told me, "Lemon, you don't know what you're talking about. Gamescom has 79,000 in attendance." Let's talk facts. E3, the last 2 years, opened the doors up to the public. Excuse me, last 3 years, opened the doors to the public. When I said E3 was the biggest entertainment electronic gaming show in the world, that meant all of the developers from around the planet was in one building. I did not count the public in that number. Gamescom been open to the public. Tokyo Game Show been open to the public. PAX has been open to the public. We're talking about the devs, the people that make the games, the people behind the games.
But didn't E3 last year had hit record numbers though?
Oh no
in attendance.
But, no facts. But this dude came on my channel and said, "You're promoting bullshit. Gamescom is bigger." We're not talking about people attendance. We're talking about the vendors. The vendors are the developers, the programmers, the directors, and everybody else behind the scenes, not opening the doors to the public. So when I said E3 is the biggest on the planet, that's what it is. Because everybody who's making a game, let me break this down for people that don't understand. E3 is so big that the PC people are parked in their own section outside the building with their own booths. Facts. You got independent developers on another side outside in multiple tents that can't get an E3, but they outside in tents. Facts. And then you got everybody else who got the bread to get up in there. So when I say something, I know what I'm talking about. I don't talk from emotion. Because I went to those booths. I talked to those people. Me and K Mega, we mingled with different developers. We got their ideas. They want to hear what you got to say as the gamer. K Mega, am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Oh, okay. So E3 will never be dead. And you know why EA ain't showing shit this year? Because we're going into a new generation of consoles. And this is the facts. Whatever they're making this year into 2020 and 2021 is definitely next gen bound. And until they get that next gen pass from PlayStation and Xbox, they're not allowed to show anything. Facts.
Get them. All right. What about you, Operations?
Oh yeah, just to make sure that the two questions were, it doesn't diminish E3, and what was the other one?
Is this the beginning of the end for E3? Because are you concerned that this could be the beginning of the end of E3?
Oh no, not at all. If multiple publishers drop out E3, then I would be concerned. But like, you have to look at the context surrounding the situation as well. Sony's not there because pretty much I'm paraphrasing, right? They have nothing compelling to show at E3 at this point. They even dropped their own show, which is for their fans, and E3 on top of that. So it really shows like they're content with what they have shown us right now. They're just waiting for those to release. So to show them the same thing would be redundant at this point. EA, on the other hand, you can look at it for multiple ways. Like 108 makes a really good point. Wherever they have cooking right now, it's for next gen, so they can't show right now because it could pretty much cannibalize the sales of their games right now and consoles as well. Because they show something that's coming for next generation, it can hit people's morale. Like, why even support the shit we got right now? Why buy the consoles? I must wait for the shit you bring out next gen. So that could be one aspect you're looking from. Another thing is could be the press. Like, it's been nonstop hating them since for a pretty much a long time. It was bad with Battlefront 2 and now Anthem as well, which the gamers are loving, but like the press, the media, like the reviewers, just trash on it for the most part. So they could be backing on it for that reason as well. Just to take a hit with the press conference as well. Just want to focus on the fans, focus on people that are flying out there, just play their games and whatnot. Just keep it simple for this year. Keep it that as well. Now, is it diminishing E3? Is it? No, it is not. E3 is going to be fine. It's going to suck for some people, especially the closet. I guess the closet fanboys for Sony are sad about E3, them not being E3, but trying to hype it up on the internet saying it's a good thing for not to be there. It's going to suck for them. It's going to be a diminishing factor for them as well. But like overall, I think it'll still be fine because like, yes, Sony and EA are not going to be there to a degree, especially with EA. But like, there's still everybody still has a good reason to attend or watch E3 this year. Of course, with Microsoft, they have a lot. They're riding off a lot of hype coming from last year E3 and the games that just dropped right now. Like, because of course, Halo event's been confirmed for E3. Gears 5, we're going to see more of that as well, which a lot of fans are high for as well.
Which is dropping this year.
Yeah, Battletoads, which I don't think is going to drop in the next few months, if not probably a little bit after E3 as well. So like people have reasons to attend or watch these different conferences, companies, publishers, and whatnot. Sony dropping out is not going to stop. It's not going to stop anybody from watching it. It may give them less reason to I guess watch it, but like completely outright just like drop E3 now.
Only a specific fan will be hurt behind that. If you're a general gamer, if you have a licensing marketing deal with them, that hurts you. This is what I was telling K Mega the other day. I said, you know who that hurts? That hurts Call of Duty. They have a marketing deal with PlayStation. If PlayStation ain't on stage, what are they supposed to show their game now?
Well, it ends. It ended.
Oh, I'm okay if it ended. They could Microsoft help us out, and then you gotta hope Microsoft take you.
Exactly, because they're pretty much finalizing their showtime right now. Their
right. Roster. But you know, like I tell everybody, man, I appreciate everybody from coming here, whether you like PlayStation or Xbox, but we really are bringing solid, quality subjects to y'all guys. Y'all don't have to agree with what everybody say here, but everybody has their opinion. You have your own opinion, but we really try to give you what it is. We experienced this show, and I'm telling you, me and K Mega, we walked around. We some big guys. Our feet was killing us talking to these devs and talking to these people. You know, we was live from the floor.
Well, we were standing. We didn't take a sitting break for about 6 hours.
Right. So when you dudes out here and y'all criticizing us, listen. You don't have to agree with everything we say, but just know that we're bringing it to you on some real shit, man. And I'm telling you, E3 is like walking up a mountain in the cold weather with no socks on.
Oh, shit.
It's some work.
We were there. We were in it. We all
right.
know
Like we was Bloody was everywhere. Shout out to my man Super G. Yo, listen, we out here in these streets and we brought it to you live, man. And I'm telling you, we talked to these devs and I ain't gonna lie, my man K Mega went crazy on EA. On EA Day, he gave it to them about Madden. He was hitting them with fucking money plays. I said, "Damn, he's official."
We was in that Battlefield 5 line trying to get that work in.
Oh man,
no, but I'm saying, but that was more like a beta test. But you wasn't with us in that Madden booth.
No, yeah.
I could turn to that dev and say, "Yo, this is not real. I played positions and boom, bow, bing." I said, "Oh shit." They might have to call security. This is a big dude. He just basically told these dudes what football was about. But you know what?
It was pretty crazy because they did. Yeah,
and he understood. Cool. Yeah, he rewinded the play.
Yeah, they called the other devs over there.
Supposed to happen.
Yeah, that shit wasn't supposed to happen. That was
bad. Look, facts. I won the game on some technical error. I took it though.
Yeah. That was like, what are you talking about? Dude, wide open. What's going on? That's a touchdown for the win.
This is real, man. When y'all hear what these guys gotta say here, everybody here is real. We don't do no fabrication. I have gave it to Microsoft on another level, something crazy. Listen, if you deserve that work, you're gonna get that work. But we out here in these streets, man. Your favorite YouTubers watching what we do because they not there. Facts.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, I'm doing that. And we'll be there again this year on a larger scale.
Everyone that's on the panel right now, we all gonna be there.
Facts.
So it's one of those things to me is where it's I don't find it to be. I don't think E3 is diminished. Does it suck that Sony's not there? Absolutely. But we know that it's not because of
the fans last year. Think about some of the Sony dudes that we know, the big fans out there, and that they weren't even supporting some of the media, and they were outside in a tent sweating their ass off for that conference.
Right? Yeah. No, that's the thing about it. That's what I was saying. Like it was just like the whole demeanor to me about how Sony treated their fan base. Out there, it just didn't seem right. But look, I don't know. It was my first time out there, so I don't know if that was a regular thing or not. But the one thing about with EA not having a conference, I said this on next podcast. I said Saturday. I said it wouldn't matter anyway, because if EA had a conference, what would be the first thing people would say? I'm asking y'all.
Where's the new Madden?
Well, no, that wouldn't be it. It's trash. It's garbage. Why did I waste my time watching it? That's what they say every time that they show the EA thing, man. Every time that they have an EA conference, they talk about they show too much.
Repeat every year.
Yeah, they talk about that. They'll talk about it's the same Madden, same Battlefield, same this, same that, same FIFA. Nobody cares. Oh, here they'll talk about maybe one good game for them, and then they'll dog the rest of it. The other thing is Operation alluded to was that they've had really bad press for the last year, especially going back to the whole Loot Crate thing. And so you go back from there, from what's going on with Battlefront 2, the controversy that happened with Battlefield 5. Now you go into Anthem and the situations that's going on with Anthem, and the only things really that they would have been able to show at the conference is maybe maybe what they're working on with Respawn, which is another Star Wars game, and
the Fallen Order,
right, and DLC for Anthem, DLC for Battlefield 5, the new Madden, the new hockey, the new NBA Live, and maybe some other small indie games that they're going to show, and people would rip that show to shreds, right?
Especially surrounding Star Wars as well, because like already negative press, 2 canceled Star Wars games. People see the games. People are going to immediately look at like this matter of time for get canceled as well. And with Anthem, the DLC coming out, it's going to be free, but like just imagine we're going to pay for these microtransaction bullshit coming out. Like you can already hear the narrative's going to come out against the EA for their press conference.
Right,
they probably just not being bothered with it this year.
Right, and that's the reason why I think that they made the right decision to just say, hey, let's just lay low, because if they were going to show another big game on top of what Respawn was doing, then it might have been Dragon Age. And yeah, that would have made some people happy. But of course, if they showed Apex and then Apex, that a new skin, the charge, then they would have come with the Loot Crate shit again and all this and all that. It just right now, EA is just in a bad place with a lot of media and certain gamers, and it's probably best to be out of sight, out of mind, and just let Anthem get completely fixed. From what I'm saying, I haven't had that many problems with Anthem. I mean, Anthem has had its problems. But Anthem is not a bad game at all. Anthem is fantastic. I'm now a Masterworks Colossus now. So
nice.
Yeah. I got her up. I'm almost up to 700. So it's like so that just shows you I've been putting in work on the game. I'm like 660. I'm like 660 something. So regardless of it, it's just like, look, out of sight, out of mind. What EA does do is give a lot of leeway for Bethesda, PC, Ubisoft, and Microsoft. Xbox can really have Xbox has Sunday to themselves because usually EA is in that slot with them, and Bethesda they could have a 3-hour show easily. And even go a little bit longer if Xbox has that much stuff to show. They could run Sunday completely. And so
doesn't Bethesda usually go after Microsoft, like usually a few hours after them?
Right, that's what I'm saying. So now they just got they have it. It's
now,
theirs. Sundays is theirs.
E3 is all theirs for the taking. They can do whatever they want.
Right.
Last year they did over 2.5 hours. Let them push out even more.
Right. And then like I said, Ubisoft, I'm pretty sure Ubisoft got plenty of things to show. And then, of course, Bethesda, whatever they have to show. I know that they got that new Doom is going to come out sometime this year. So probably at the end of the year. And so then for whatever, so it's still going to be a great show. And Nintendo's going to be there, and EA is going to be there with their EA Play, and then I'll be there to play this new Madden. And if that shit is fucked up, I will make sure I'll talk to the developers and let them know what I feel. But the thing of it is, it's like other than that, it's. E3 is not going to die. E3 is the gaming mecca, man. It's fantastic, and will it eventually die and fade out? Maybe. You know what I'm saying, but not now. And PlayStation, once they have games to show again, where do you think that they're going to want to go? You know what I'm saying? They're going to probably want to go to E3, where they're going to have a lot of media, a lot of access, and maybe have people have a lot of access to talk about it. You see what I'm saying? So. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be fun. It sucks that PlayStation is not there. It's not going to be there, but it's also I think it's the right thing for EA not to be there at this time with all the bad press. So I don't know. Do anybody got anything else to say about this before we get ready to head out of here?
No, I think we definitely hit the nail on the head on this one.
Okay. All right. Cool. Fail of the week. Operations. Where can they find you at, and what's your fail of the week?
You can find me on Twitter at Operations Algonquin, doing nothing but retweeting and liking stuff for the most part. That's all I do on there, usually. But fail of the week. Of course, everybody knows it was International Women's Day a few days ago, and of course, there's always to be some women poking fun at dudes saying just wild stuff out there, just getting riled up. Of course, all dudes that fell for that trash took the L for that, and women actually believed some of that wild mess as well. He took L in it as well. I was on
the show yesterday.
Yeah, in the past.
It's still part of the week.
The fail of the week. All right, Bloody Knuckles, where can they find you at, and what's your fail of the week?
Man, they can find me everywhere at twitter.com, youtube.com, Instagram, Mixer, and of course they can also find me on facebook.com, all at Bloody Knuckles. The O is a 0, the E is a 3, and of course it ends in a Z. For my fail of the week, it was actually during my live stream of Alien Isolation. I was stuck on a single part, man. I died like 6-7 times. I was just laughing my ass off about it because I was just like, this is ridiculous. It was great.
That game is brutal. So
hey man, you ain't lying. I was playing on medium, but man, I played it off, man. I just made it a part of my character. I created a whole new persona. I created a stream persona for that.
It was called a bureaucrat, right? That was
you created it. Yeah, you created a penis demon.
I did create a penis demon indeed.
Stop it.
Sound a little different.
Yeah, but of course they want to make sure that they check out our channel over there every Saturday. We always host the Smash podcast where we talk about all things news, reviews, and things about comic books, movies, anime.
About to talk about that Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah, we gave our early impressions, and we're gonna be talking about it in length and a spoiler cast. And of course, they also want to make sure that they go and support TickGamesNetwork.com, and I'm an official partner over there, helping out and hosting the Otaku.
Talk about how she's not no Scarlett Johansson.
News, reviews, and previews.
Sound like a fucking Japanese commercial, but whatever.
Hey, you know how fast I might as well.
The only thing he didn't say was Banzai! That's
Hey, look, if any company paid me to talk do something, I was like, I could. Let's do it.
You could.
I got that excitement. I got the voice for it. The voice.
You do. You just didn't do the Banzai!
Mega ain't no good.
All right, no good. Hey, and again, I'm gonna go watch Captain Marvel right after I get off work tomorrow. and you know, saying go
Solid
check.
movie.
You
If you're not a fan,
and Lemon gonna come talk about it with us next week on the show.
Oh well,
All
that's
right?
cool. Yeah,
I'm
hit me
there.
up.
I'm there.
Yeah, just talk to me about it. Yeah, I'll be there, and then we could. Like I said,
Actually, no
she's
show this week, guys. I just remembered because I will actually be in Austin, Texas, live from South by Southwest, showing you all the stuff that's going to be going over there at the gaming convention. So check that out. Seeing all the stuff that we'll be doing. But
Get
we'll
your
talk about
70D on. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about. But as again,
Already
I got to
know.
say this for the third time. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to go see Captain Marvel, but she's not no Scarlett Johansson from
Hey,
pictures
you
that I've seen.
leave the girl Brie alone. She is a cute.
Ain't no shooting
She would be the
in
home
that
girl.
booty.
She would be the home
Look,
girl.
I'll say this though. She's no Rosa Salazar. All right, that was my girl from Alita. Whew, she's adorable.
You know what? I got to see Alita too because I want to.
I wanted to go see. I'm probably go see that tomorrow.
You got to see it.
I'm going to definitely see it.
While the
before I get
face
to
is
the
animated,
theater.
everything else
Is real. Right.
Yeah, everything else is Rosa Salazar. And oh my
no,
god,
she looked a little young. Anyway, all right.
Oh, Kelly status.
Or Kelly, keep it in the closet. Anyway, 108 Dragons TV. Where can they find you at? What's your fail of the week?
All right. You can find me at 108 Dragons TV on everything, man. I try to bring out the real news, even if you don't want the real news. You want to hear what you want to hear, you on the wrong channel. Facts. My fail of the week is not doing no videos this week because I did 180 hours for my vacation week, which started today. I had to put that work in, but I'm here every day streaming for the rest of the week, bringing you that news, bringing them vlogs. You know how I do, making steaks, chopping fresh garlic and asparagus. You know.
Oh man.
On the way, stand up and support everybody here at this channel, man. Bloody Knuckles for that anime. Can't make with that. King Mega 405. I'm in your girlfriend's book bag. You know how I do. You know how he do. And the rookie of the year and that brass drunken monkey 100.
Damn, it sounded like you took a sip.
Because I started laughing. Goddamn drunken monkey. I ain't never thought that half a peso bastard. You know how we do here. Live wire. My man Triple Cup, and he had 2 cups the other night on my birthday. We not doing none of that.
Man,
Support our people. Support everybody here and our sisters. You know, the GWG network. You know how we do. Support everybody, man. We gonna see you out of E3. Don't be hating. Be congratulating. Facts.
Yeah, no doubt. Big shout out to Delilah HD last night. We were me, Black Knight, and Predator. Xbot. Every time he said Predator,
I need to holler at Xbot, man. That's my dude. He always in the party. You need to get up in here with us and stop playing.
We played Anthem until like 3:00 in the morning, man. It was dope. It was dope. Yeah. So anyway, my fail of the week. Wow. You know what? I'm gonna be a little political. Not too political, but I'm gonna be a little political. As we seen that the first that Paul Manafort from the judge in Virginia gave him 4 years for conspiracy and just basically embezzle money, white collar crime, right? Okay. While another person that isn't rich stole $100 worth of quarters from a laundromat. $100 worth of quarters. Got 7 years. Now, I don't know about you, but there's some people out there that may have stole a car or something like that. Not saying that shit is right, but there's people that I've known that done some crazy shit like that and has gotten damn near life, gotten 15, 16 years.
Yeah, man.
And this man has embezzled millions, $55 million.
Got a slap on the wrist.
And got told, other than this, you have a blameless life. But this man has been embezzling money for and hanging around dictators and doing all types of scandalous shit to our country. And this man gets only 4 years sentence with time served. So basically he'll get out in 3 years and about 3 years and a couple of months. So hopefully that they'll throw the book at his ass in Washington. But we'll see. We'll see about that. But that to me is the fail of the week. Like, we got to get our justice system right, which means we got to have a lot of people out here got to start voting, start paying attention to politics, because shit is real out here and shit is getting worse. So it's a crazy world, man.
Start a politics channel, came back.
Man, I really do want to start a politics channel, but I'll probably have all so many death threats. It'd be crazy because I'll keep that shit 100.
Matter of fact, stay away from that in religion.
That is definitely the fill of the week. There's just too many people that are broke, that can barely handle and take care of shit, and then it's just like right now. I mean, look, however you feel about the R. Kelly shit or whatever, that man's been in jail twice and got bailed out twice, and his man is basically, you know what I'm saying, did solicit things to children.
R. Kelly is the original penis demon. I don't care. I don't care. I said it here first. I don't even get involved with that. If that was my kid, I'd be in jail. Facts.
The justice system is terrible.
It's different. No, it's different. Let's just say it's different.
It is. It's bad. But anyway, that's the fill of the week. You can catch me on my channel, as you see. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. And the rest of the crew, please support and sub everybody that you've heard, and for everybody that you see there, follow them on Twitter.
We need more likes. I don't care.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying.
We need more likes. There's a lot of y'all in here.
Oh, you know what? The like buttons work on that, but when I do it the old way, it's invisible. That's crazy. So
I told you.
That's crazy. But anyway, all right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's late night. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Gaming, baby.
And you know what? It's Sunday night, so Sunday night, early Monday morning. We know y'all's asses got to go to work. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have to worry about doing the pants off.
Some of y'all unemployed can't buy all these games.
Oh, if you unemployed, pants off, dance off.
Y'all the ones mad.
Peace, everybody.
Good Peace.
Night. Oh, hold on. Oh, see, this is where I was about to hit the wrong button. Let me see. This is where I got to do shit right here. Let me hit the right button. Boom. Boom.
Hey, thanks for checking out the GRG podcast. All your gaming news and our special topic of the week. Make sure to join us every Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. This was the GRG podcast.